seen last year, he was the first team ECC as a wide receiver. So we've seen him with that breakaway speed as well.
Spread offense, which is so prevalent in the high school and collegiate ranks. Both teams tonight are going to utilize that. Going to see a lot of RPOs. I'm sure there's a handoff to Johns on the right side. Actually, correction on that. Austin Martin, speaking of early season jitters, scamper out to the right side to 38-yard line.
Number 64 for Oak Hills, Dominic Bierman on the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and that's about 5, Glenn, right?
Yep. Need to get to the 43, it looks like. So good eyes, Mike. The scoreboard has it at 3rd and 5. 3 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. Quick pass by Ringland. He's going to tuck it and run across the 40 where he's going to be stacked up, stays on his feet until the 41. He will be short, as Mike.
Short there. Looks like it's be a 4th down.
See if Coach Grippo's going to roll the dice here early in the season and see if he can pick up that extra yard.
It doesn't look like it. Looks like he's going to punt it. It's like Chase Dusing coming in.
Yep.
Going to punt the ball. Chase is a junior, 6'5", 185 pounds. Jacob Day back deep for Oak Hills to get the punt, assuming they punt it.
Will be taking up residence between the 25 and the 30, right around the 29 as the ball is snapped. Not a great punt off the side of the foot, and it's going to sail out of bounds between the 40 and 45 of Oak Hills. So they will have great offensive position to start with on their first offensive series of the year, Mike.
Yeah, not a good way you want to have on your first punt, but nevertheless, let's see what the Milford defense comes out.
So Devin Holt, the expected starter for Oak Hills, barring any last-minute changes. He is listed at 5'9", pretty versatile. He is a senior, 5'10" on their roster, 161 pounds, so expect to see some running of the ball as well. Highlanders will change up their formation as Holt goes under center, looking over to the sideline for an adjustment.
Confusion there already.
Yeah, and a timeout.
9:50 to go in the first quarter. Oak Hills on their attempting their very first offensive play. Going to have to use a timeout.
New coach, new system, no scrimmages.
I was going to say no scrimmages, I'm sure. Limited amount of practices. So this is not completely unexpected.
Right. Those early season jitters we talked about, no scrimmages. Doesn't really give you that chance to get the dry run in a real game situation against an opponent.
Yep.
So both teams quickly break the huddle. 1st and 10 from the 42 of Oak Hills. Going to go in with a tighter formation this time. Faking the handoff. Holt rolls to his left.
It's a nice pickup. He's going to get a first down on that.
Yeah, good scamper on that. Crossing midfield into Eagles territory where he's brought down at the 47. Going to be really close to a first down, and the referee signals for him to move the sticks.
Well, he did a very good job of going on the hip of number 58, Jaden Bode, and really was able to follow him up there, and number 42, Matthew Martin. Good execution on that play for the Oak Hills.
The Highlanders are going to spread it out. Lots of men in motion, giving the defense a different look, traditional eye look. Handoff to the right side. Could not able to get the edge. It was number 7, Patrick Givens.
Well, he tried Caleb Johns. Boy, he came up, made a nice tackle on that. There's a replay.
Caleb Johns, who we expect to see a lot on the other side of the ball tonight, has a defensive impact early.
That was nice fundamentals on there. He was able to fight off that stiff arm and bring him down for a no gain.
No gain. Stands eerily quiet, eerily empty here with the pandemic restrictions in place.
Everybody's got face masks on too, so it's kind of hard to screaming with face masks on. Oh, nice.
Yeah, a little bit of a high snap, but great penetration that time by John Mickler, number 87 of Milford. That's going to back the Highlanders up a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and long.
Here's a replay. To your point, a little high snap, but let's not Milford, where he was in on that quarterback and the running back really, really fast.
Yeah, I don't think the snap had much to do with that. That was just a fantastic job of getting through the blocks.
John's a 6'4", 260-pound senior, so he's trying to make the best of his senior season. By the way, it was senior night here tonight in Milford as well, Glenn.
Sure was. It was great to see these athletes have a chance to be recognized, which their peers in the spring didn't even have a chance to play a season, let alone be recognized. Pass is complete inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. It's going to be 4th and long for the Highlanders, though.
Yeah, they're in Milford territory. Oh, it looks like they're going to bring in the punting team. I thought maybe they might go for it.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a moment of indecision, but we get the switch over, and special teams will take over. The Eagles will change their personnel on the field as well. Just now getting the leftover smell of the smoke from the pregame activities up here.
Looks like Oak Hills is playing a little field position game here. Smart. Built some confidence on both sides of the ball. So we got another timeout, the Eagles.
So both teams have earned a timeout here in the early going, just about 2 minutes apart, 2.5 minutes roughly.
Finally get a little breeze up in here, Glenn. I don't know if you noticed that. Could
Yeah.
be the remnants of, or the coming of Hurricane Laura, which we had some of that rain earlier today. So far, it's very cloudy out, but so far we've avoided any kind of precipitation here at in Milford.
I have a feeling our crew may have gotten wet during setup today because we had some pretty strong storms that rolled through here mid-afternoon and, of course, left the humid aftertaste, if you will, in its wake. So, hot night. Good team to see the teams practicing social distancing on the sideline. Last time we were together in the boys basketball tournament, we would have never thought social distancing meant, Mike. And here we are 5 or 6 months later. A bit of a rugby-style punt. It's going to be caught in the air inside the 9. Nice cutback, but one Oak Hill defender was able to get a hand on it before another could come in to help bring him down.
Well, there was a really nice block down there by number 26, Daniel McCoy, which really was able to free the punt returner to get some positive yards on that. So that's what's going on here, Glenn. Each team is bringing in their own football.
Okay.
So they're, I just saw the defensive team for Oak Hills throw their ball out. So Milford's bringing theirs and sanitizing it. And I see they're putting a little mark on the field where the ball needs to be spotted. So.
Okay. A little officials timeout there to get everybody lined up to where there's to be. So 1st and 10 for Milford inside their own 20. England does give the handoff going over the right side and able to make the turn was Noah Early.
Gabriel Bryan on the tackle for Oak Hills. Nice pickup for Ragland. He got about 6 yards.
Nice gain for the Eagles. 2nd and manageable with 4 to go and 3 downs in which to do it.
So far, it's been pretty much a running game for the Eagles. We haven't seen Ragland put the ball up in the air. Well, just right on cue.
Yeah, little screen out to the right side, and he fumbled the football inside the 30, and it looks like the white jerseys got there first.
Yes, they did.
So maybe now we know why they weren't throwing the ball a lot. Hot, sticky night. The ball may have been a little wet. Fumble, and Oak Hills.
We can get a replay on that. We got a replay on that. Glenn, the ball just got loose.
Yep.
He didn't tuck it in. It just came right out as he was running. Unfortunately for Milford, but fortunately for Oak Hills, and they're going to start really deep in the territory. Milford, right about the about the 27-yard line.
Yep. So waiting the Oak Hills offense to take the field. Apparently, we've got a lot of Milford players who are going to play on both sides of the ball. Didn't see a huge shuffling of personnel after that turnover.
See if Oak Hills can take advantage of this turnover by Milford. Oak Hills going in very traditional formations. Single eye back, double tight ends.
You see that a lot with these spread teams. Fake handoff, Holt to pass.
He's got an open receiver.
Long down the middle.
Oh, wow.
In and out of the hands of number 8, Logan Ehrman.
Boy, that was a nice executed play. That ball was there.
Sure was.
Just maybe a little bit outstretched his fingers, but boy, it was nice execution. Good blocking by the offensive line. That gave Holt plenty of time to throw the ball.
Well, it was interesting reading the season preview of the GMC from our friend at the Inquirer, Scott Springer, when Justin Roden talked about how they got to teach their kids to be tougher, be more disciplined, be meaner, and, you know, trying to surprise some teams this year, sneak up on them.
Yeah.
You know, they've had that reputation of not being great the last couple of years. Now they're going to spread them out 5 wide. Holt's going to keep it himself, try something up the middle, but the Milford defensive line collapses in on him. Be maybe a gain of 1, if not no gain.
Yeah, that play from the beginning really didn't have much opportunity to go anywhere. It was like a scrum in the middle there. Holt had where to go. 3rd and 10. So far, the Milford defense is being pretty stingy after that turnover.
Sure are. Yeah, Oak Hills, a couple different looks offensively, trying to keep the Eagles guessing, and the Eagles are guessing correctly thus far. Holt's going to keep it now. Option pitch. Not able to get the corner and brought down at the 30-yard line. Ball carrier was number 23, Bailey Wallace.
Loss of about 3 yards. I'd have to believe Oak Hills would probably want to punt this ball, see if they can really pin him back there.
Ball will be spotted right at the 31 of the Eagles.
I think that's what they're going to do.
Definitely able to get that done at the high school level, I would think.
They're going to try a field goal.
Getting into the end zone. No, that I don't think is as automatic as.
Wow, that's going to be a 38-yard field goal. Sorry, 48-yard field goal.
Yeah. Ball's going to come down at the 38. A little bit of a high snap. Kick is up.
Are you kidding me? That's good.
And good. A 38-yard field goal in a high school football game.
And Glenn, that had about 39 yards on it because it just cleared the crossbar.
Yeah.
Regardless, Oak Hill strikes first.
Wow. Well, they make Milford pay.
Yep.
Giving up 3 points after the turnover on the ball, just not being tucked in. Take a look at the replay here.
There's a nice spot right down the middle.
Yep.
Just made it.
Ball almost landed parallel with the crossbar.
It's kind of like a lot of sports. You don't diagram and you just put the number up on the scoreboard. And that number is 3 for Oak Hills.
Yep.
Milford yet to score. We're about 5:09 left to go in the first quarter. Oak Hills will kick off after that nice long field goal. You know, excuse me, Glenn, as the season goes on, having a weapon like that can kick those field goals, you know, in those close games, that could mean the difference.
It's going to get some attention of their opponents.
Yeah.
For the next 5 weeks, I can promise you that.
Yep. Here we go.
Smith's ready to kick it off from his own 40. Of course, the rules changed in football a couple years ago, where the defenders can't get out in front of the kicker. Kick is fielded inside the 10, and little eagle-on-eagle violence there with a helmet collision, it looked like.
You know, Glenn, I wonder, because I've seen a couple guys slip down there. I wonder if that field's got a little, it might be a little wet down there.
Could be. The rain this afternoon came down hard. It was a heavy rain.
Yeah.
You know, these field turf systems obviously do a lot of great things, but at the end of the day, you're fighting Mother Nature, trying to get that water off. It's a humid night after the rain.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. So Milford's going to take over, first down and 10 around their 24-yard line. Ragland's looking to pass. Being forced out of the pocket, he's going to get thrown for a loss.
He'll be brought down at the 21. Nice attempt to scramble away, but just couldn't quite get there.
Tell you what, the Oak Hills defenders are staying in their lanes, Glenn. They're not letting Ragland get outside, and when he does try to take the ball up through the middle, they're really clamping down on him so he can't get a whole lot of momentum going.
That's that discipline
we
talked about. Coach Roden was hoping to instill in his team. And let's face it, Coach Roden knows how to coach. He's won a couple of state titles, learned from some of the best here in the tri-state area, as we mentioned earlier, Kerry Combs, Tom Bolden, among others.
There's a penalty on the play there, Glenn. Didn't see that flag come out. You know, as you talk about that, but he knew what he was getting himself into here, right?
Right.
I mean, he wants to rebuild, which was once a very proud program. So you got to commend him for that. He could have stayed where he was at, right?
Right.
In a very successful program. I like that.
Large school district in Oak Hills, obviously, and they have the challenges of every other school, losing kids to parochial schools, especially on the west side. Nice run for the Eagles. Crossing midfield, getting away from a tackle, but stepping out of bounds. Caleb Johns.
There you go. That's what we need to see from him. We've seen a lot of that last year as the leading rusher for Milford. Caleb was able to break that for a big gain.
Great job by the offensive line there. You saw the blocks were held just long enough. There's a stiff arm and just lost his balance a little bit to the left side and stepped out of bounds.
I think they're going to bring it back, Glenn. I think he stepped out a little bit up here, yeah.
Nonetheless, a nice gain.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
It's originally ruled down inside the 30 at the 28. Now they're going to bring it back closer to the 40, just inside the 40, or right on the 40.
Number 10, Noah Goddard, was able to force Caleb out of bounds, or else that was 6.
Chain gang guys need to get with it or get chains reset, poor guys.
Yeah, here we go. Here's a replay of that. You can see him, number 10, great pursuit. He didn't give up on the play, and he pushed him out. You can see pushed him out right there.
Right there.
Here's another angle. This
will be from our camera up top. Probably get a little better look at where he did step out.
Boy, Glenn, you see how he squares his shoulders to the field, and he's a load to bring down.
Yeah, good mark. Yeah, good mark there, right at the 40. So referees have better eyes than we give them credit for sometimes, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm talking to the wrong guy.
You got to hear no criticism out of me. I'm part of that fraternity.
Ringland with all kinds of time. Deep pass to the corner of the end zone. No flag, but boy, was he being held.
Yeah, there was a little back and forth there.
Yeah. Being closely defended by Oak Hills, number 8, Logan Ehrman. A handful of the shoulder of the jersey, it looked like.
No play. Pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
The play was there.
He was very well covered, too.
Yeah, it was the right play.
Logan Heeman on the coverage. 2nd and 10 for Milford. 4:30 to go in the first quarter.
See if they'll try to go deep again, or if they're going to go back to their ground attack.
I think it's I think it's time for Caleb to get the ball.
3 up top, 1 to the bottom, and a whistle on the field, and a penalty flag is thrown by the back judge. Not too many men on the line of scrimmage, perhaps. Milford's going to back it up 5 or so. Oh, delay game. Well, that's the back judge. He's got his eyes on the clock.
I was going to say, if he misses that, needs some of your glasses.
He can, not mine. We know those don't work well. Inside joke, folks. Sorry. Ringland again with all kinds of time. Another deep pass caught inside the 25-yard line. Scampering away from the defenders and forced out of bounds inside the 20. Number 18, Noah Early. So the Eagles are in the red zone.
Ragland had plenty of time, found his receiver wide open for a big gain and a first down.
All kinds of time. Take a look at the replay here. Look and see nothing in the vicinity of Ringland. He was able to make that throw. Oak Hill showing blitz now. Ringland's going to keep it. Tries left side. Looking to turn the corner. He's going to be wrapped up at the 15. So gain of 1.
Eli Wetzel, number 20 on the tackle for Oak Hills. Gain of about 2. Clock continues to run.
2nd and 8. We're under 4 minutes to go in the opening quarter now. Very long first quarter.
It has been. Well, there was some kinks that needed to get worked out. So
the timeouts, getting the official timeouts for getting the balls in, and
yeah,
those sorts of things to be expected. Whole new game for the officials as well. Eagles spread them out again. Ringland's going to hand off to Austin Harden. He's going to have a little hole on the right side. He'll get up to the 10-yard line.
Number 29 for Oak Hills, Wyatt Ferguson on the tackle. He's going to bring third down and short.
See just deucing on your screen, number 11, number 10, Vince Ringland. Ringland, ironically, listed as a wide receiver on the roster instead of the quarterback.
I just saw where they brought in John Mickler, a big defensive lineman. Looks like he's going to come in and give some little extra blocking on the left end.
We're going to tighten it up a little bit to Mike's point. One receiver to each side, one man in the backfield with Ringland. Actually two, flip, spin move by Harden.
They get thrown for a loss. It's going to be fourth down. See if Milford goes for it or tries to put 3 on the board.
4th and 3.
Giovanni Labella is the goal kicker. Number 94. See if they're no, they're going to go for Milford's going to go for it.
Coming out onto the field is Noah Early, going to join Ringland in the backfield along with Caleb Johns. Now he'll go out to one of those receiver positions. So it's Johns and Ringland in the backfield. Oak Hills inches up. Ringland pass across the middle. Nope, he pump fakes.
Touchdown!
That is touchdown, Milford. On the money to Austin Harden.
Boy, I tell you, if we can get a replay, you can watch Ragland. He double pumped. He looked like he was going to throw it to the other side of the field, and there's Harden all alone at the goal line for 6.
Well, Coach Grippa, the Eagles roll the dice and come up snake eyes here. I guess analogy, right? I'm not a craps player.
Well, I guess.
They got 6 out of it either way. Okay. The Eagles are going to do their tradition of rushing back out to the line for the point after kick. Kick is down,
and
kick is up, and good. Yeah. All right, so the Eagles, 2:07 remaining in the first quarter, about in front, 7-3.
Nice answer of that goal by Oak Hills by the Eagles. Took the ball about 75 yards down the field. A couple big plays. One nice run by Caleb John, and then that excellent touchdown pass by Vince Ragland. Here's a replay. You can see he double pumps over to the left, and then he fights Harden all alone at the goal line. Touchdown. Good execution there down the stretch for the Eagles. Showing a lot of faith in Ragland on that 4th down and short.
Officials did get together for a confab down there together inside the 5-yard line. Don't see any laundry on the field.
No.
Maybe just a mechanics thing.
Well, I'm sure the Milford fans are hoping to see a lot of the Ragland to Harden this year. That was the first one.
Logan Aaron back deep for the Highlanders. Lined up inside the 5, around the 3-yard line on the near hash. And the Eagles with the kickoff. High kick. It's going to be fielded right at the 1-yard line, maybe the 1-inch line. The Eagles are right there to bring the return man down at the 19-yard line. So much better end result than a touchback, Mike.
Wow, Ragland really put his foot into that. That guy, he does it all, right?
Yeah.
Here's a replay. You can see right at the goal line, as you mentioned, Glenn. And once he got up to about the 15, 16-yard line, number 20, I think it was number 23 for the Eagles. I don't see his name on the roster today, but met him shoulder to shoulder and brought him down.
Yeah, one change as a result of the state order. Teams are only allowed to dress 60 players in football. Some other limits for other sports. Soccer's 22, I believe. That's the only one I remember off the top of my head.
I wondered about that.
Yeah. Some of those freshmen not getting the chance to put on the jersey on Friday nights. Maybe not even a chance to see the game, honestly.
I was going to say, yeah.
the restrictions in place on capacity. Nice run for the Highlanders up the middle to the 27-yard line. It's going to be very close to a first down, but looks to be a yard shy.
That's number 7, Patrick Gibbons, got about 8 yards out of that, Glenn. He's 5'4", 150 pounds, so amongst those big linemen in there, it might be difficult to see.
Goes, spreads it out, fake the handoff, little screen, but well defended by Milford. Pass falls incomplete.
Tell you what, it's good that ball was down low, Glenn. If that ball would have been high, that potentially could have been intercepted. That took a little while to develop on the Oak Hills offensive side.
Boy, this beanbag that the referees are using to spot the football is confusing me. I look down and think it's a penalty flag every time.
Yeah.
Well, it's orange in color, but really close to yellow.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the center at all times is in possession of the football,
yeah,
versus putting it down.
I think they're trying to keep the contact on the football to a minimum, obviously, right?
Yeah, right.
How did you guys do that in baseball? Was there any difference?
No.
Mike's a baseball official, by the way.
No. Actually, for a while there, Glenn, early on, the first couple tournaments of the season, the teams would manage their own baseballs. But after that, it became, as I told you earlier, it became baseball as normal.
Pardon me.
You know, no sanitizing. No, I mean, it was
now a delayed flag thrown on Oak Hills. It's going to be a false start, which is going to back them up. See them retreating on the field.
You know, the one thing about baseball, because you got a lot of dirt and stuff, and that ball is rolling around in the dirt, and so. How did they do with the no seeds and no? Just had to
no expectorating.
You had to just enforce it. I mean, that's one thing we definitely had to enforce. And no celebrations and all those kind of things. So,
right.
You know, I think initially it was a little awkward, but once the season evolved and got on, the teams really it really became a non-issue.
Yeah, and you know, hats off to the folks that not only are professional athletic administrators, but run these amateur leagues, youth leagues in the area for getting baseball and softball in this year. A lot of adaptations on the fly.
Yeah.
Obviously, once the governor's guidance was released.
Yep. Third and 8 for Oak Hills after that penalty.
Holt looking to throw. He's under pressure, and he's going to be brought down inside the 10-yard line. Great job. Boy, this Milford defense is on fire up front tonight, Mike.
They are. They're really firing off of that ball and not giving Holt really any time to get rid of it. Here's a replay. He literally just got the ball, Glenn, and number 99, Cameron, Zaromski was on him. And he's only a junior, 6'2", 225, but boy, he fired out of that.
The spot was a little off. It's going to be spotted at the 12. Oak Hills in punt formation. There's that rugby-style kick again, high kick. It's going to be fair caught right at the 45-yard lines or thereabouts.
Great field position.
Stickle. Sorry, Mike.
Great field position.
Yeah, Eagles. Great opportunity to capitalize with Ringland's arm, you know, having such good offensive field position here, partner.
Right. And, you know, we talked about Oak Hills at the opening here about building a program. You know, these guys, you can tell they're out there working hard. Now it's time for the defense to step up, see if they can help out the offense, who was unfortunately went backwards instead of forwards.
So just under 50 seconds, closer to 49 remaining here in the opening quarter. Taking about 30 minutes to play this first quarter. Nice run on the outside and being tripped up right around the 34-yard line. Caleb Johns getting it done here. Just tripped up on that, on the ankles, and ankle tackles they used to call it back in the day. Maybe they still do. 3 up top, 1 down.
Looks like Oak Hills might be blitzing. Nope.
Fakes the handoff, cuts back, and is going to be wrapped up and brought down across the 30 at the 31, called the 32-yard line.
Eli Wetzel, I think he's a defensive back there, really held his ground there. Ragland tried to juke him out of the way, but he couldn't.
Fleet of foot
Oak Hills,
as they say.
their defense has got really, really good tackling techniques.
Yeah, I would agree.
Looks like that'll be the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, Milford is going to Milford let it expire. So at the end of one, it is Milford 7, Oak Hills 3. We had all our scoring action early on. And since then, it's been a battle of wills. Do appreciate you tuning in, especially those of you who have paid to tune in live tonight, and the rest of you who have found us on demand at our website, ICRC-TV.com, and our YouTube channel. We're going to be staying away for a break momentarily. You're watching Friday Night Football on ICRC-TV Sports.
I'll be right back. Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
What to expect when you're expecting
Like here.
a teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football on ICRC-TV Sports. Glenn Olson and Mike Loyenti with you from the press box at Milford High School, where the Eagles lead the Oaklanders 7-3. Mike, a quick look at the first quarter stats.
Well, not unexpectedly, Caleb leads the way. He's got 39 total yards, with his longest was 20. On the flip side, Pat Gibbons has got 8. Or I'm sorry, Devin Holt's got 11 yards. Passing, 1 for 3, Holt. 8 yards, Ragland 3 for 4, 44, and the most important pass is the touchdown. That was to Webster there at the goal line.
Do want to point out that field goal early by Oak Hills, Chad Smith, 48 yards.
Oh, ho, ho, ho! Touchdown!
That's how you get it done.
Wow.
Peyton Bauer hits Pater for Milford.
Glenn, the defensive back, I've got to try to see what his number was. I think it was 22, Steve Watson over there. But it was risk-reward, right? He went for the interception and he missed it, and there was
Webster.
Or Webster.
Or Bauer.
Or Bauer, yeah.
Sorry.
So watch here. The defensive back, we can see it. He's thinking, I think I might. Oh, we can't see it from there. He went for the interception and didn't get it. So 6 points right off the second play out of the second quarter.
A nice job by Vince Ringland of giving himself some time, ducking under that attempted tackle, Mike.
Yep.
Penetration there by Oak Hills, but the extra point is good. How many yards we have on that?
About 35, Glenn, I think. You know, this is for Oak Hills. They got to continue to keep their heads up. Right now, it's going to be real important for their offense to keep their defense off the field for a little bit. So they're really gonna need to get some positive yards, maybe even put some points on the board. They don't want this to get out of control here real quick.
Right. And Oak Hills has shown up and been competitive. Let's take a look there. We've got a different look at the replay.
Yeah, you can see the defensive back went for the deflection interception, and no, it didn't happen. That was number 9, Ian Schaeffler. Sorry about that.
Well, if he was an inch taller and maybe gotten there a half a second sooner.
Yep. It's a game of inches sometimes, regardless of the sport.
Another interesting development, no concessions here tonight at Milford, but there is a food truck present.
Oh, is there? Oh, where? Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So
That
it
is
is, the economic ramifications of this pandemic just are felt in numerous ways. The boosters and the schools losing gate receipts, losing concession revenue.
Yeah.
That one will find the end zone for a touchback by Ringland. So Oak Hills.
Yeah, to your point, Glenn, it's putting a huge financial burden on school. It's putting a huge financial burden on everybody. It's been pretty crazy. And I guess the players have to get tested, right? 48 hours before the game. Is that what I hear?
I thought the last thing I read there was no mandated testing.
Oh,
but
there
I think
wasn't.
those that could are.
Oh, okay. Okay. Don't quote me on that. I had thought that I
that's
heard.
what I had read in one of the early releases when I went back and was looking up some of the mechanics of this thing. Okay. Holt's going to hand the ball off, a little pitch. Ball's going to be advanced up to the 26-yard line. It's number 22, Steve Watson, for the Highlanders.
Gain of about 7 yards.
Nice crisp white look to the uniforms of the Highlanders with the white helmets and the Highlander logo.
It's nice the Eagles have that red jersey. We can tell the numbers now, right?
Amen. Those are an announcer's dream, trust me.
Yeah.
A little self-serving, but true nonetheless. Quick pass by Holt out to the right side. Penalty flag.
Pass is complete.
Yep. We'll see which way the penalty is going to go. It's going to be pass interference on someone, I believe.
See what that is. They're
still discussing. Two of our officials. Now they're going to talk to Holt about it. Now they're going to get together with the official on the other side. Still waiting for the official word. That legal substitution. Ohio kills.
ineligible receiver downfield. There you go.
Well, that'll do it.
That's too bad because that negates a first down, which Oak Hills desperately needed.
Yeah, you talk about wanting to bounce back from adversity with some early success after a scoring play and have a mental mistake like that. Not good for the psyche at times.
You know, we've called Holt's name quite a few times today. He was the leading rusher for them last year, 555 yards, and the leading receiver for Oak Hills at 347 yards. So he's a big part of their offense.
It's over 100 yards 3 times, if memory serves, last year. Definitely an athletic young man.
Yes, he is.
It's a 3rd and 2 for Oak Hills.
Desperately need to get this first down. 10:35 to go until halftime. Milford scored the last 2 possessions they've had. Last 2 times they've had possession of the ball.
Hounders are going to tighten it up. You would anticipate a run. It's going to go to the outside instead of up the gut.
Get close, Glenn.
Out to the 30-yard line, or thereabouts.
Looks like he might be a little short.
Watson on the carry. Hodge on the stop. Sure.
Oh, they're giving him first down.
There you go.
How about that?
Keep that chain gang off the field. Referees elect to keep things moving on the field. Now the Highlanders will go back and spread it out a little bit. Milford adjusts accordingly. Holt fakes a handoff, keeps it,
Nice
cuts
move.
back. Nice hole. He's across the 40.
Nice move.
Be brought down at the 43.
First down.
So you were prescient in your discussion there, Mike.
How about
talking
that?
about the excellent maneuverability of Mr. Holt, and he showed it to you right there.
It is. Here's a replay. You can see just as soon as he gets through that line of scrimmage, he's got the ability of making tacklers miss him. Picked up nice yardage for a first down.
Kills after the setback with the penalties, found a little momentum here. Across their own 40-yard line. Hand off to Watson. Watson's going to bounce outside, picks up a good block. He'll get to midfield. Just shy of midfield. They're going to mark him down at the Oak Hills 49, just inside the 49.
That was a close one over there. I thought maybe the Oak Hills wide receiver might have done a little crackback over there, but no penalty flag down. Gain of about 6. This is just what Oak Hills needed. Move the ball, kill some of the clock, and get some confidence and keep their defense off the field for a little bit of a while, Glenn.
Absolutely. Build some confidence. Keep staying on the field. Holt under center. Fakes a handoff. Oh, and he's hit hard back at the 40. So momentum quickly shifts back over to the Eagles with the sack by Cameron Zaromski.
That's his second one. We've called his name a couple times. And he's a force. He's a big kid.
About a 7-yard loss.
There's a play right there. He got in there pretty quick. He's a 3rd and long.
3rd and 11. 8:55 remaining in quarter number 2 here at Milford High School.
You know, Glenn, you made a comment how quiet it is. It is really quiet out there. I mean, even the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
There's a
pass.
receiver screen.
Yep, screen complete
Oh,
inside
nice.
the 40, across the 50 into Eagle territory.
Wow.
Be brought down around the 33-yard line. Nice pickup there by the Highlanders. Logan Herman.
Wow, nice play.
With the reception from Holt. Taj Price, where number 23 makes the stop.
Here's a replay here. Boy, he just picked his spots and held on to that ball as he was going down. Nice receiver screen.
Handoff. Bouncing around toward the right side is Watson.
Looks like Milford's going to call timeout.
Well, defense has been out there a while.
They've been out there a while, and Oak Hills is really keeping things mixed up with the mix of the passes and the runs. And Milford's a little bit back on their heels. I think it's probably very appropriate for these guys to get a timeout, maybe get a water break.
Another change because of the pandemic. You don't have the water hoses. Everyone has to bring their own water bottle. So harken back to the Pee Wee football days.
I just noticed that.
Coaches used to yell at the kids to get the water bottles off the side.
I wonder if they're going to have orange slices at halftime, Glenn.
Only if you bring your own.
Well, you know, we're not making fun of it. We're just having fun, right?
You just, with this environment that we're all facing in our
Yeah.
personal and professional lives right now, you got to
gotta
kind
have
of
fun.
poke back at it sometimes, right?
Right.
We're thrilled to be here. As we said at the top of the show, we didn't think there'd be football. We definitely didn't know if there was going to be ICRC broadcast of football with a full crew and a couple of announcers. We didn't know if we were going to be here in the box, if our crack technical team, Dean, Josh, and Jason, were going to be able to pull off some remote announcing or something of that sort. We had no idea what was
That would have been interesting, right?
Well, it would have been a different environment, but I guess we see what the pros are dealing with now, is you're not seeing a lot of sports media travel with their teams.
Yeah.
You know, for the Reds, the radio crews in the stadium, the Great American Ballpark every day. TV guys are in the studio regardless of where the game is.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Apparently there's a special setup for the radio crew. Kind of gives you like an all-22 look in football. There's an equivalent of that to baseball, where you can see the whole field. You know, if a runner's got a good lead or he's stealing, or if there's a shift on. Things you normally don't pick up on the broadcast because it's bang, 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 shot to shot. So, yeah.
Wow.
The radio guys have that luxury. TV guys, I'm sure, get everything the cameras are giving them. But
Right. Another pickup for a first down for Oak Hills. They're about the 12, 13-yard line of Milford.
In the red zone. Hounders trying to get back to a one-possession game. Holt under center. One man in the backfield with him. Just two receivers split out. Going to fake the handoff. He's under pressure. He dumps the pass away, and it will be complete inside the 10 to about the 7.
Cameron Jermowski was really trying to chase down Holt. Just couldn't get there fast enough. We do have an injury timeout. Looks like a cramp. Remember the one game we had here last year, Glenn? Cramps were so prevalent. Looks like we've got one going on right here now. It looks like they're stretching out the hammy or the calf.
So Nate Ogg with the reception for the Highlanders. Yeah, didn't even get to give my stay hydrated and it starts early speech, Mike. Should have taken that advice today. It's hot up here.
I was going to say, it is hot up here. And I've got to nurse this little bit of water I have left.
6 regular season games. Everyone can opt into the playoffs. Do you think there'll be any schools put the year up on the banners for the years they make the playoffs this year? Since it's everybody in, kind of like it is down in Kentucky.
You never know. There might be one or two.
Ever since the announcement came out, that's the one weird thing that's popped in my mind.
Oh, really?
Who was going to do that?
Who's going to hang the banner, right?
Well, we were in the playoffs.
I guess technically they are.
You and everybody else that wants to be.
That's right.
Yeah, the state championships need to be played by November 21st this year. The number of round of playoffs will be determined by how many teams opt in each division. No Harbin points this year, so Drew Pastor and Joe Itel, your services aren't required this year. Boy, that's really close to the end zone, but it's going to be stopped inside the 1, so we're going to call that the half-a-foot mark, if that.
Well, this has been a very impressive drive by Oak Hills. Here's a replay from the end zone.
Boy, watch this hole right there.
Yep.
And kudos to the Milford defense for stopping that touchdown, but Oak Hills with a chance to get an easy one here. Holt's going to keep it.
Going nowhere.
Yeah, going to be pushed back to the 5. See where they mark him. It's going to be the 2-yard line, so he's going to lose about 1.5 yards.
I know you and I talked about this before. I hate that play where you can have somebody come up and push the quarterback in. That still bothers me, and it's going to bother me for a long time. Sorry, but I get on my soapbox about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it in college and pros when you get these huge offensive or defensive linemen lined up in the backfield, and boom.
Yeah, with all the focus on player safety, the last thing you'd want are helmets banging around from behind.
Gosh, yeah.
Getting hit in the back by a 250, 300-pound lineman.
Oh.
So Oak Hills will take timeout number 2 at the 6:30 mark as they want to figure out a way to try to get this ball into the end zone.
Yeah, they need 7 here, Glenn. There's no way they're going to settle for 3. They need 7 in order to stay within striking distance here at the Eagles.
I don't know if Chad Smith's got the leg to make that 12-yard field goal. I mean, he only made it from 48.
Right? Right.
But yeah, we have the Milford band in attendance here tonight, socially distanced.
All the way down at the far end of the end zone, down there by the Milford end zone end.
Trying to get my bearings turned around here sometimes. The sun's down that way, so we'll call it the west end zone.
There you go.
Be the right side of your monitor.
That's true.
If you're watching with us at home.
So I needed to be a little bit more specific.
No, that's okay. The stands there, what I would call the east side, were for Milford overflow tonight, and just a few brave souls over there by themselves. Not packed the way we're used to seeing it. Back to live action. Holt going to put his man in motion. Rings around, pass complete, out in the flat, finding his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Number 22, Steve Watson. We've called his name a bunch tonight.
Wow, he's been a workhorse on this drive. Great execution, put the ball in the end zone. We talked about that when they took possession of this, how they needed to do that, and we'll see what their defense does when they come out now, if they've got that extra boost of energy after being on the sideline for a long time. Going
extra point kick. We're going to have a kicker change for this. It's going to be number 82 of Oak Hills, Kaylee Abear. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Kind of looks like the college player that had the name Abear.
Oh, and it went in.
It's good.
So Glenn, we got 6:25 to go until halftime. If you remember, Mill scored. There's the second play coming out of the into this quarter. So Oak Hills had that ball for 5 or 6 minutes.
Yes. Well, except for the guys who've been playing on both sides of the ball, they ought to be well rested.
Yeah.
Plenty of time, half the quarter in which to work.
All of a sudden that sun came out, Glenn, and it's right out there. Is that the calm before the storm?
Yeah, it could be. You know, of course, our thoughts are with those in southeast Texas and southwest Louisiana who were affected by the Hurricane Laura. There you see the flock, what was allowed in tonight. Again, not what we're used to seeing, but to Mike's point, very bright sun. So for the Milford defense and now the offense, the sun's going to be right in their eyes.
So Milford will get the ball with 6:25 to go until halftime. Back to get the kickoff for number 23, Price. And who's the other one back there, Glenn? Number 4? Yeah, number 4, Kayshawn Barnes.
Smith back in for kickoff. Smith, a senior. Line drive kick. It's going to take a hop, be picked up, muffed briefly inside the 20.
Oh, nice tackle.
And nothing going there. You've got to go north-south, not east-west, and just not a lot of room there.
Eli Wetzel, number 20 for Oak Hills.
Taj Price just nowhere to go, was scampering to his right, trying to find a corner and not able to get there.
We got an injury on the field over there, Glenn.
Can't get a look at the jersey because of the training staff. But I think it could be a cramp. The left leg is
tucked up underneath.
Yeah,
there it is.
Right leg was tucked up underneath. Sorry, I thought that was that step over stretch. That's what I get for trying to be a medical professional. I did not stay in a Holiday Inn Express last
I was
night.
going to say, leave that to the experts.
I just thought it was a cramp.
It
Going
might
back
be.
to our conversation earlier.
Food trucks getting quite a bit of activity over there.
That is.
When you got nothing else and nothing else to go by.
Yeah, I'm sure. Milford Athletics is getting a cut of that, so good on everybody that's going over there to help patronize the food truck in Milford Athletics. Yeah, I don't think they're even doing 50-50.
But to your point, Glenn, this first half has taken a long time.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of official stoppages of play, if you will, to get the ball in and out and get the spot. And, you know, everyone's kind of learning this new normal for this season, including the officials. Well, we got a whole bunch of people over there now.
Yeah.
Oak Hills, Coach Justin Roden's come out to talk. Looks like we've got Oak Hills trainers as well as the Milford
That's a good
staff
sign,
over there. Number 1. See a big 1 in the middle of the jersey. I don't think there's a number next to it, so if that's right, it would be Trenton Hodges, a senior linebacker. Indeed it is.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll see him back in the game soon, and if not, our hopes for a speedy recovery.
So Milford will take over 1st and 10 at their 19-yard line, 6:17 to go until halftime. Let's see how the Oak Hills defense responds after getting a nice little breather on the sidelines.
Okay, Milford spread them out. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
There's a penalty.
Flag is down, but a nice run to the left side by
There's
number
another
8.
penalty. It's coming back, Glenn.
Webster. 8-1 Webster. Did get a correction on that between quarters. We were misidentifying him earlier, so
Yep.
our apologies to his family and friends and to him for that.
It's coming back. I think it's a hold.
Those pesky holds.
Negates a nice run.
Sure does. You know, you just kind of had the feeling Milford was going to run the ball a lot this year. Ringland, naturally a receiver, best athlete on the team. They move him to the quarterback position. Had a little more training at the position than when we saw him last year, one would assume.
Yeah, he kind of got thrust into that role. And to your point, he's had a whole off-season, whatever that off-season has been, to work on it. So you're right, Glenn. Milford's going to be a run first, pass second offense.
You know, we definitely didn't see that the first 2 years of the Tom Grippa era.
No.
They air it out.
They did. Very successfully, too.
Yeah, resulting in those first playoff appearances since the 80s, if memory serves. Saw a great win over Fairfield here from this very press box. Still can't believe we saw that to this day.
That was a heck of a game.
Ringland back to pass. Going to step up away from the pressure. Jukes to his left. It's going to be stood up around the 10.
No gain.
Not even going to be able to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Milford was looking to go big. They were looking to go deep on that play.
Ringland loses his helmet, so he has to come out for a snap. Thanks to that rule change a couple of years ago. Frustrating as it is, I'm sure, for the offense.
They're not putting another quarterback out there. Better hurry up. They're going to get a delay of game.
And now we got one running out, number 12. Mason Clark. I think we're going to have to call a timeout. We heard the coaches say. We're up here with the Milford coaches.
So does that mean Ragland could come back in, or does he have to sit out a play? Do you know?
Good question.
There's the answer.
We heard one of the coaches say he can put Vince back in. So if you're going to guess a good use of the timeout, if you're more confident with Ringland in there, no disrespect to
number 12.
Number 12.
Mason Clark.
Yeah, Mr. Clark. Milford out of timeouts the rest of the way. They're trying to open this back up to a 2-possession game. What do you think so far, Mike? I mean, other than the pace of the game seems to be a little bit slower and the crowd's a little thinner. Air doesn't smell like popcorn. Seems to be pretty normal on the field.
It does seem to be pretty normal, but I tend to agree with what you said. I think the flow of the game is really suffering because of, you know, the timeouts and managing the ball and that. So I think it's going to take a week or two to get those bugs worked out. But the flow just doesn't seem as fluent.
Well, the nice thing in regard to the playoffs, you're only playing for a seeding vote by the coaches, not playing to get in or earn points as you've been in years past. Nice cutback. Ball's going to be advanced up to the 18-yard line, let's say.
So other than that, to your point, I think the biggest thing is the pace of play.
Webster with the run. Fulton with the stop for Oak Hills.
And to your point about the officials, with theirs not being any scrimmaging or anything like that, so they didn't even have a chance to kind of get their new assignments figured out as well. So not to be completely unexpected.
Ringland, all kinds of
He's got
time.
time.
Steps up, has a receiver.
Had him open.
Overshot, number 16. Going to butcher his name up. That's 9. Niang. Ibrahim Niang. Yeah.
He was open, Glenn. Looks like it's going to be 4th down. Boy, I tell you what, give kudos to that Oak Hills defense.
Yep.
They held them. Wasn't 3 and out, or maybe 4 or 5 plays, but they held them. Their offense is going to get the ball back in pretty good field position.
You know, the return man's going to be set up at the 45-yard line. Their own 45. High
Ooh, that's
punt.
partially blocked.
Yeah, a little bit deflected. It's going to go out of bounds right around the 40-yard line. We'll get the official spot here.
Well, you couldn't have scripted this any better for Oak Hills.
Yeah, it's going to be just inside the 40.
Yeah. You got to believe, Glenn, what worked on the last possession, they're going to continue to go that, mixing that run pass and keep feeding the ball to Watson, number 22. Let's see if he got a hand on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Boy,
yeah, he did.
It sure looks like it.
Yep.
If he didn't, that was one way of an optical illusion. That was number 8 of Oak Hills. Logan Ehrman said his name a few times tonight.
He's one of those that are going both ways as well, Glenn. So here comes the Oak Hills offense back onto the field. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line of Milford.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
It's a one-possession game, 14-10.
Holt's going back under center. See if Milford can. Oh,
flea flicker. Long pass. It's got his man.
Is it Oh, no, I thought it was
broken up.
Wow.
Boy, again, right play, excellent defense by the Eagles, but what a play call by Oak Hills.
Well, give them credit. They were going for it.
Well,
to your point,
yeah.
Glenn, boy, the defensive backs never gave up on the wide receiver.
Well,
it's easy to get sucked in on that, right?
Yeah, well, especially with that formation. It was a nice, tight formation. There's Holt with the throw. Got it away forcing pressure, and yeah, it looked like it was off the hands of the
defensive back.
Yeah.
Bauer, Peyton Bauer.
Well, give Oak Hills credit.
Yep.
They're going to go. Going to go big. Handoff. Nice
Face
spin
mask.
move.
Face mask.
Yep. Penalty flag thrown by the referee in the backfield.
And that's a personal foul face mask, too. That's 15 yards. That's going to move the ball down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah. Another mental mistake by the Eagles. First the fumble, and now a big 15-yard penalty. Giving Oak Hills all the help they need.
You can see here on the replay. Always can tell when there's a face mask. You can see the running back's head get twisted back.
Yeah, no doubt.
Fortunately, he didn't get hurt on that. But to your point, Glenn, a mental mistake by the defense on Milford, putting the ball at the 21-yard line. We already know Oak Hills has got a field goal kicker that can make that distance.
Absolutely.
So, clock continuing to run.
Okay, ball spotted at the 21, Mike.
Eagles got to step up. Defense has got to make a play.
Holt with one man in the backfield with him. Receivers spread out on either side. High snap. Holt pulls it down. He's running for his life on the right side. Gets the pass off.
Caught. No, out of bounds.
And out of bounds.
Well, give Holt a lot of credit because he was running for his life there.
I believe that was John Mickler in pursuit.
He was able to avoid the pursuit by the defensive line, get the ball away, and avoid a big, big loss.
So Oak Hills has given up about 40 seconds here. 3:31 on the clock, as you see on your screen. Feel the need to keep telling you just in case you're listening and not watching.
Right. Just trying to keep our viewers informed, Glenn.
That's why we're here, my friend.
2nd and 10.
Boy, the snaps keep
Fumble!
coming in high, and Holt lost it that time, faking the handoff, or perhaps it was that RPO where he decided to pull it back in.
I think that's exactly what that was.
And so football gods give it, the football gods taketh away. Going to back up to the 24-yard line now, almost the 25. So 3rd and a bunch all of a sudden for the Highlanders after they were looking pretty good, Mike.
I know, yeah, they've gone backwards on the last 2 possessions. I'm sorry, the last 2 plays. Oak Hills they need some yards to get into the range of the field goal kicker. So we got an official's timeout. Looks like an equipment.
Yeah, just a chin strap button, it looked like.
Reset the clock.
Okay, holding that pistol again. Let's see if he can get the snap. There's a clean
The
snap.
blitz.
Here comes the pressure. He gets
Oh, he's
the
wide
ball
open.
off. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Wow.
In the face of
Wow.
an onslaught, Holt throws a dock to Logan Herman.
Boy, Glenn, he stayed in there. He knew he was going to get hit. He stayed in there, took the hit, and nobody around Herman for the touchdown. Here's a replay. Now we can maybe get an angle on the right, see what happened, what the breakdown was. Herman just outran the defensive back.
Extra point attempt coming at 2:43. Kick is up and good.
So what does Oak Hills do? Milford goes up 14-3. Oak Hills comes back with 2 touchdowns on their last 2 possessions to take a 17-14 lead. And confidence, Glenn, as you know,
Yeah.
we talked to. Here's a replay. Let's see what the defensive back is on the far right side. Oh, just outran him. He just outran him. So Oak Hills up 17-14 with 2:43 to go until. I'm not sure we would have thought about that we'd be in this position right here with these 2 games preseason. I mean, pre-game.
Right, absolutely.
Oak Hills coming off a tough year last year. Not only Milford did as well, but I think the old proverbial on paper, you would have thought Milford had a slight edge.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Give credit to the coaching staff at Oak Hills. They're sticking to their plan.
Absolutely. And conversely, boy, the Milford defense has looked great up front tonight. Look at our crowd here, Eagle Stadium, practicing social distancing, of course. Everybody's favorite word for the last 5 months.
Yeah. I think everybody will be glad when it goes away.
Here. Second your motion, counselor.
There's the kickoff. Another squibbler.
That one's going to find its way into the end zone for a touchback, and probably for the best at that point.
Everything's going well for Kills here, Glenn.
Well, let's see what Ringland and the offense can do here with their back against the wall, proverbially. They're going to have good field position thanks to the touchback. Better than he would have had if he had tried to pick that up.
Yeah,
I don't think he would have got much past the 10-yard line, barring some circumstances.
Yeah, it is a beautiful night. The breeze is getting a little breeze up here, too.
Always love that pan shot from on top of the press box. We see the beautiful sky back to the field.
Yep.
It's award-winning stuff right there.
Here come the Eagles back on offense. They can answer the 2 consecutive touchdowns by the Hilltoppers. Here comes the blitz. Highlanders, I'm sorry.
Complete. That's the 35.
I'm thinking West Virginia, aren't they?
Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky.
It's Noah Early with the reception.
I knew it was somebody.
We're all right. Highlanders, Hilltoppers, I know what you mean.
Thanks, Glenn. Glad to have my back.
I don't know if anybody else did, but I did.
I know you did.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Ragland kept it.
Yep.
Nice move.
Denied. Found a hole. Nice cutback over to his right side. He's going to be brought down just shy of midfield, but good enough for a first down.
This could be the Ragland show here.
Plenty of time. 2:22.
Here's a replay. Good extra effort there by Ragland.
Boy, he just drives right through.
Yeah,
the defenders grab a handful of jersey and hang on until they can get him to lose his balance a little bit.
He might have something at the next level. Probably as a receiver, I would imagine. As tall he is and fast as he is. I mean, he's 6'4", 190. They'll beef him up a little bit at the next level.
But you never know when that call's going to come. Look at UK last year. Need to get a skill guy. Intercepted. Inside the 40. So the Eagles' rally is going to be cut short by an ill-advised pass.
Boy.
Intercepted by Fulton, number 4, Matthew Fulton. He's a senior for the Highlanders.
Wow. Here's Fulton. You can say he's like, wow, well, look what just landed in my hands. Right there. That was nobody around that ball. To your point, Glenn, ill-advised. Nevertheless, ball is spotted right about midfield for Oak Hills. See what they can do. They got plenty of time.
Sure do. They could open this one up a little bit.
And they got a field goal kicker who we know can hit from 48.
Absolutely.
I think they might go a little conservative here, Glenn. The last thing they wanted, after seeing what Milford just did, they might, if they can get a couple positive plays, maybe. They might be very content to go into halftime with the lead. Well,
high snap.
So much for that.
Yep.
Ooh,
pass was deflected and could have been intercepted. So Coach Roden didn't share your views on being conservative.
He might now, though. He might now. Especially with Milford having no timeouts, right? You could literally run the clock out here.
No timeouts. They're all in the books for this half. Speaking of which, we're at an hour and 10 minutes, roughly.
That's amazing.
And still, minute 46 left in the second quarter. Our score bug saying 7. At least it looks like 7. Maybe it is 1. It's the font. Blame it on the font. Looked like a fake on a screen. Holt's going to keep it all by himself.
Gets a first down.
Inside the 40-yard line for the first down. Right on it, Mike.
Man. The clock continues to run. They're going to try and keep that defense of Milford gasping for air because they've been out there a long time this second quarter.
Yep, don't let them substitute. Handoff. Nope, fake handoff. Pass is complete out in the flat. Looking for room. Number 13, Kyle Toon. He finds some on a cutback. He's going to advance the ball up inside the 30.
Nice breaking those tackles there. Poor tackling on Milford to allow him to get positive yards when it looked like he was going to be thrown for a loss.
Didn't quite get inside the 30. They're going to mark him at the 31.
Second and let's call it a short 2. Boy, Oak Hills is just continuing to execute on offense. And, you know, I know you talked about the defensive line for Milford. They've been doing a good job, but the linebackers and the defensive backs have missed some tackles here in the second quarter.
Holt back in that pistol. He's going to call for the football. Good snap. Steps up away for some pressure. He's going to tuck it and run. Well, not really tuck it. He's just going to run.
Wow.
And be forced out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Nice pickup for the Highlanders.
Wow.
It stops the clock.
10-yard line. I'm not sure I want to be in that locker room for Milford here with Coach Gripple when he starts having a little motivational talk for him, because they have really broken down.
Well, that could be another change, Mike. Pre-game, they were all gathered in the grassy area over there behind the scoreboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Social distancing in the locker room.
Yeah. Forgot about that. Oh, they were over there on that.
Yeah, over behind the scoreboard there,
Okay.
yeah, in that red area.
Well, there's a penalty. Well, you know what? I'm having a real, to your point, I haven't seen penalty flags.
Yeah.
I didn't see one come out on that play.
Sure didn't.
Well, that's too bad. That was a 40-yard penalty.
Yeah.
I mean, because the ball was down at the 10-yard line. Now it's in midfield.
Right. Not able to get the call from our referee. Some technical
What's going on
difficulties. Microphone up to the press box.
Holy smokes.
All kinds of screaming and yelling going on across the field at the officials. Trying to get the clock set. Yeah. 1-2-0 is what we're told. Now it's been changed. 1:20. I think it was at 1:28 there. So taking a little bit of time away from the Highlanders. So double doozy there. Lose 40 yards or about 40 yards and lose 8 seconds. The ball spotted at the Eagle 49, Oak Hills. 3 up top, 1 to the bottom, 1 running back. Holt's going to hand off. The running back stood up, but scampers back to his right side. It's going to be stood up near the 45-yard line. Patrick Gibbons, ball carrier for Oak Hills.
I would imagine here Glenn Oak Hills is going to run the ball and run the clock out. They'd be silly not to. You know, the ball's in midfield. The last thing you want to do is have a turnover happen and Milford take the ball to the house.
Right.
It looks like that's what's going to happen.
Don't take any needless chances. You like the way your offense is playing. You've got to love the way your defense is playing right now.
Yep.
Got Milford on their heels, so yeah, you may be right. We're approaching 30 seconds to go. Holt, handoff.
Yeah.
Stood up at the
That'll be
line.
it. That'll be it. That'll be the last play of the first half. Wow. It's been a game of two quarters, right? Milford dominated the first quarter.
I think Oak Hill's trying to get one more in, partner.
No way.
They had a big big personnel change out there. It's 4th and 18.
No.
I'm telling you, there are a bunch of kids running on the field.
He's not that kind of a gambler.
Milford's in punt formation, but yeah, that's going to be it.
I would hope so.
Okay, so maybe they were just, I don't know what they were thinking. Oak Hill 17, Milford 14 at the end of 1. Took us an hour and 15 minutes roughly to get that half in. So welcome to high school football in 2020. Mike, your thoughts on the first quarter before we cut away?
Well, like I said, this has been a game of 2 quarters. Milford dominated the first quarter. Oak Hills absolutely answered, and they're coming out. They're up 14 or 17-14 going into halftime with a whole lot of confidence.
Again, thank you who have tuned in tonight to watch our game, and thanks to our communities for making this possible. You're watching Friday Night Football on ICRC-TV Sports.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. So when I met Narnese, she started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. What to expect when you're expecting.
Yeah, Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's going to play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
And Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to a person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ICRC-TV Sports.
Milford Eagles win.
Got him. Separation. Touchdown! Unbelievable. Milford has stormed all the way back.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Touchdown! Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
My text to emoji ratio has gotten a little out of hand.
A little?
Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text to emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfies nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
Hey!
There are amazing things to discover in the forest.
Toothless, time to go.
What you picking up on, bud?
It's a whole hidden world of wonders. And the perfect place to spend time with family. What better place to let your imagination soar? Experience nature and create a memory you can share. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. So when I met Narnese, she started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. What to expect when you're expecting
Like here.
a teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Yeah, Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
And Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still has to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ICRC-TV Sports.
Milford Eagles win.
Got it. Separation. Touchdown! Unbelievable. Milford has stormed all the way back.
I'll be right back. Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Touchdown! Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
Welcome back to senior night here at Milford High School. Season debut of Friday Night Football on ICRC-TV. Glenn Olson and Mike Lorienti with you. The Oak Hills Highlanders lead the Milford Eagles 17-14 after an offensive outburst in the second quarter. We'll take a look at some of our cheerleaders, dance team members, and of course football players getting recognized here. I think the thinking was get it in. There was that 48-yard field goal by Chad Smith. Now Ringland is going to roll left, pass back across the middle to Webster for a touchdown.
There was that long pass for the second touchdown for the Eagles, and all of a sudden became Oak Hills.
Peyton Bauer, and then Oak Hills took over. Watson, 2-yard pass. And then Ehrman with the 24-yard pass. So, yeah, both teams did take halftime out in the fresh air.
Yep.
It's a good thing it's not raining.
Let's look at some of the first half statistics, Glenn. I know you and I were talking before we came back on. It's pretty significant. Total offensive plays, 34 for 135 for Oak Hills, 23 for 174 for Milford. On the rushing, Steve Watson carried the ball 9 times for 51 yards for Oak Hills. Caleb Johns is 2 for 39. He really hasn't been running the ball. Ragland's been running. He's got 6 carries for 21. Milford's going to have to change that up. Johns is the workhorse. They got to get him the ball.
Yeah, him and Webster are the workhorses.
Yeah. As far as passing, Ragland's thrown the ball twice, 38 yards. Longest one for. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. He's thrown 5 for 9, 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. Devin Holt is 6 for 11, 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. So pretty even there. It really, we talked about before halftime. It's been two quarters. Milford owned the first, and Oak Hills owned the second, and Oak Hills gets the ball to start the third quarter.
And there you see the wind is starting to pick up here at Milford Stadium as the remnants of Hurricane Laura make their way into and through the tri-state. So we'll be keeping an eye on ball security as well as how often the ball gets in the air via the pass. Mike.
Just checking the radar. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Did you bring your raincoat, partner?
No.
Yeah, we did have
we did.
Yeah, we did have an announcement by our
must have been in the, oh, boy.
PA announcer what to do in the event of inclement weather, and I wish we could show you on Mike's radar app. It is
not good.
It looks like Shrek to the west.
It's
Let's just
not
put it that
good.
way. It's big, round, and green.
It's not good. It's going to be here in about.
There's some
forget it.
Red.
It's coming.
There's some red and yellow mixed in there. So our poor crew, as I said, I think they probably got doused this afternoon, and if they didn't, they were sweating profusely, and they're probably going to get wet on the strike tonight. I brought my raincoat. I came prepared.
Well, you know what? I thought about bringing my umbrella, and it's very nicely tucked in the back of my car. So I guess it will mean I will run, which I'm used to doing.
You're a runner. You can. Get
I can
there
do that.
Quick. My genius self parked all the way at the end of the parking lot, so I didn't have to sit in traffic getting out of the gridlock here, even at reduced capacity.
I was going to say, what are you worried about gridlock? There's
still a lot of cars out there.
Well, when the rain comes, there'll be nobody here.
Yeah, good point.
You'll be walking across the parking lot,
including us,
with your raincoat on.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
needed a fourth shower today. Here we go.
Oh, here. So Glenn, I'm sorry. Oak Hills is going to be spotted right about the 32-yard line. Great field position. Milford's defense, they're going to have to make a stand. They got to make a stand right now.
Yeah. Love to get a turnover and have a short field to get their offense. Oak Hills. High snap. Boy, that high snap continues. There's a screen out in the flat. or
Stepped
out
out of
to
bounds.
the edge, excuse me, and stepping out of bounds for Oak Hills was number 8, Herman.
Herman caught in the first half, had 2 catches for 48 yards. 1 touchdown. That was that 24-yard bomb.
Yeah.
There right almost through the end of the second quarter. So he's a very familiar favorite target of Holt.
Yeah. Security blanket receiver. We see that a lot at all levels of the game.
Yep. Oak Hills has taken plenty of time. I think that's they're
Guess who's not complaining?
well, I realize that. My point is they're being very. Now they call timeout. Oh, we spoke too soon, Glenn.
Yeah.
We spoke too soon.
Start counting our chickens, as the saying goes.
Do I need to run down there and show them the radar?
Football coaches don't care as long as there's no lightning.
That's part I get.
That's all they're worried about. So Oak Hills, in the first 7 seconds of the second half, will burn a timeout.
You know, Glenn, just a couple other things while we got a little break here. Talk about the first half statistics. Time of possession, 13 minutes and 56 seconds for Oak Hills to 10:04 for Milford.
Look how that changed.
Oh
from
my
half,
gosh!
From first quarter to half. I mean, that second quarter was all Highlanders.
Yeah, 3 for 7 and third down conversions, 1 versus 1 to 4 for Milford. So a huge momentum shift in that second quarter, and it's Milford's got to stop. I know I'm repeating myself, but let's see what happens.
You never know what you have in a team, right? I mean, who knows if Oak Hills is ready for Lakota West or Coleraine, but boy, they're playing some good football tonight as that pass is in and out of the hands.
Yeah, he was wide open too. Good pass. He would have had some nice yardage on that. That would have been Matthew Martin. Pass was intended for. So it's going to be 3rd down and 11 for Oak Hills.
Not the way you want to start the second half.
No.
Start with the football. You have to burn the timeouts, and just not the way you want to start second half. Coaching staff has to be a little frustrated, I'm sure.
Well, I think that's the way they started the first half. The first possession.
They did. Quick timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took timeout at 9:50.
Oh boy!
Now there's a hole open for Holt. He's got 3 men to beat. One's maybe now 4, and he's going to be brought down at the 25. Touchdown saving tackle by number 23, Taj Price.
Wow. Great effort there by Holt. Boy, we talked about him. Here's a replay. Again, he cuts through that first line of scrimmage, and then no red jerseys around him to bring him down until he gets about 20 yards.
Over 100 yards 3 times last year.
He's well on his way. He keeps this up today.
Yeah. Definitely could happen. 2 receivers split to the near side, 1 up top. Holt with an RPO. He's going to tuck it and be brought down up near the 21-yard line. Milford coaches were hoping for a holding penalty, none forthcoming. It's nice having coaches in your ear sometimes.
Yeah.
You can see what they're looking at.
Get a little inside information there, right?
So they start using words that are not supposed to be heard on TV.
That's true. That's what we
might have had that happen a few times over the years.
Sure we have.
Is this year 5 for us, I think?
Yeah, I think so, Glenn. We've been doing this a while.
We're getting old.
I don't know.
Holt in the pistol. 1 man in the backfield with him. Rolls to his right. Quick pass.
Oh, nice catch.
Complete to the 15. Inside the 10. Bulldozing tacklers all the way down to the 1-yard line, assuming he didn't step out of bounds. Number 42, Matthew Martin.
Glenn, he's 6'2", 220, and he showed it right there. Here's a replay. He catches a ball. Great catch. And he just bullied his way down there. There's 1 missed tackle, another one. And he just keeps driving those feet to get all the way down to the 1-yard line.
It's a senior tight end. Great play. All of a sudden, Oak Hills, the early mistakes. Now they're knocking on the door of pay dirt. 10:25 remaining.
Touchdown.
Yeah. You could decide who was going to keep it.
Right.
And ultimately, that was 22. Webster, right?
Yep. Watson. Watson.
Got my W's mixed up. Apologies.
For another touchdown for Oak Hills.
Yeah, it looked like Holt was trying to pull it back in, and Watson was having
like,
none
no,
of it.
you're not getting it. I want this touchdown.
Or he wanted to make sure he had it. Is probably the official line, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the band's vacating, so yeah, they know the weather's coming.
Yeah. So take the opening kickoff in the second half and march down the field.
That's a good way to put it.
65-yard, yeah.
We're on them for the mistakes, and they turn it into a touchdown. So Kaylee Abear on the extra point again.
Right through the uprights. So with 10:19 to go, it's 24-14. Here's that touchdown, Glenn. It was like, nah, I want it. No, you want it. I take it. Touchdown.
Yeah, it did look like I don't know if he didn't think he handed it off right, or he was trying to pull that back in, but
here it is.
maybe he just drug him with him. You know,
It looked like it.
Maybe Holt couldn't get his hands out of there.
I don't think so. I think once Watson got the ball, he's like, you're not getting this back. He saw that goal line and he wanted some points.
Well, Milford back on their heels, their proverbial heels, as Oak Hills has now made it a 2-possession game. It's 24-10 Oak Hills. Milford needs to find a way to score some points here in a hurry and get this back down to a manageable deficit. Famous last words I've uttered before, sitting in this very press box.
But Glenn, we talked about that. I think you got to see Caleb Johns. He's got to get the ball.
Yeah.
He's a proven entity. You know what he'll do. You got to feed him.
Well, a lot of guys that can run the ball really well.
Yeah,
including the quarterback.
But if you get it to Johns and then he can,
boy, almost muffed again. Pulled it in right around the 10-yard line, making his way over to the left side to near the 25-yard line.
So you got to it's got to be the Johns and the Raglan show, right, Glenn? I mean, that's how you're going to get back into this game.
Agreed.
That's how you're going to get in the game.
And that was Taj Price who returned, by the way. But yeah, you're 100% right, Mike. You're going to have to grind it out, especially with this inclement weather coming. You cannot put the ball in the air, especially once the rain starts. What'd your app say? How far away is that rain, maybe? Half hour? Okay. Milford offense, 1st and 10, their own 25-yard line. A little bit of movement on the Oak Hills defense. Handoff up the middle and reaching across to about the 33-yard line. So number 8, Nathan Webster.
Yeah, Glenn, I'm not sure it's a half hour away. there it is. So, needless to say, it's here. It's coming.
Just draw a line between Blue Ash and Batavia, and that's about where we are.
Yeah, right. Right.
For those of you perhaps outside of our Claremont County area here, not exactly sure where Miami Township lies, next to the city of Milford, Goshen Township, Union Township.
Nice catch, first down.
Yep, complete out across the 35 to the 37, fresh set of downs for the Eagles.
It's probably about 15 minutes away, I would say.
So we need to enjoy this breeze for 15 minutes before the rain starts blowing in.
That's right, because we have to close the windows. Oh, man.
Sorry. Okay, Milford kind of taking their time here, Mike.
Yep.
Not, we've talked about that in past seasons, as I say that. Sometimes not the greatest sense of urgency with the Eagles, but some of that may be by design.
Nice play by number 44.
Boy, that went nowhere on 3rd down, so all of a sudden, Eagles.
Oh, that was first
down, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
he's trusting our chain gang.
That's a problem. Here's that play. Boom, number 44 comes right up the gut.
Yeah.
For no gain.
Better it happen on 1st and 3rd.
Yeah.
We'll get set again as we approach 8:40 to go.
Raglan's trying to get everybody set over there. Obviously, this is going to be a pass play.
Nope. He's going to tuck it and run. It was a design pass, but he's going to have to keep it himself.
It'll be about
going to put
5 yards, 6 yards short.
Shoulder into it and make his way out to near the 43-yard line, almost halfway between the 42. No, it's going to be at the 42 now. The near side official adjusted his spot based on what was happening up on the far hash.
It's 3rd and 6 probably.
think you're right.
I tell you, I think you gotta. I think this is time for Ragland's probably gonna maybe a little jet sweep or something like that to be able to get him outside, get him some space. Oh,
Nope,
center
has to-
screen.
Yeah, has to dump it off.
Nice.
First down and more for Milford, though, into Highlander territory. So nice resilience displayed by the Eagles offense. Webster. Sorry,
Yeah.
Mike. go
No,
ahead.
Webster. Nice pickup on that. Any flags? Don't see anything out there. You know what? I don't see Johns out there. I wonder if he's hurt. I don't see him on the field. I want to see if I can see him on the sidelines.
Okay.
He's sitting right here, right in front of us. He's on the bench right there.
Okay.
I wonder if he's hurt.
Could be. Maybe they're saving him. Don't know why. Maybe they are. Does play on the other side of the ball.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, 52 of the defense. That penalty we can penalize 15 yards, first down.
You mean you mean the offense?
Yeah, the offense.
22 of the offense.
So an unsportsmanlike or personal foul is going to be assessed against Peyton Bauer of Milford, and that's going to wipe out a very good play, bring the Eagles back into their own territory at the 46. So it doesn't wipe it out, but it certainly backs them up.
Right.
15 yards for sure. Ringland with the
Oh.
fake is going to make his way up to the 49.
Boy, number 44 again. Tyler Jones. He's been a force on that defense. If here's a replay, you can see right here, boom, squares his shoulders and takes Ragland down.
That's a nice cutback by Vince there.
Yeah.
He got himself another yard or two.
2nd and 7. That defensive Oak Hills is being very stingy. Oakland Hilltoppers. Well, there's Johns.
First down and more. 30. Going to be forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
They were saving him for that play, Glenn. You were all over that.
Rather be lucky than good. Nice recovery by the Eagles offense there after
There's
that
a replay,
penalty.
Glenn. Kind of a misdirection. Oh, it's almost like a reverse. Miniature kind of reverse.
Switcher.
He's coming back out. Johns, what would happen here?
Playing on both sides of the ball, my guess is maybe
There's a
they're just-
penalty.
What? Keep missing these flags.
Oh, he stepped out.
Okay. So
We
didn't
do
get
have
as far
the
as
we do have the microphone on the
that working for the official. That helps.
Ah, great spin
Nice
move.
Spin in the red zone. 15-10. Spin
Still on his
back.
feet.
Step
Oh,
out of
stepped out.
bounds between the 10 and the 11. Nice run that time for Natwan Webster.
Here's a replay. Watch the spin move. You watch Barry Sanders. Boom. It's a Barry Sanders move.
Gives me that Ohio State Virginia Tech game a couple years ago. Tried it again there, but
there he stepped out of bounds.
Didn't line up properly. So fresh set it down in the red zone are the Eagles.
Ragland's under center.
He is. Handoff.
Webster.
Webster cuts his way back. It's going to be brought down near the 6.
I tell you what, this has been a pleasant surprise because I was unfamiliar with Webster as a running back, Glenn.
Yeah.
But he's really come on today and it's giving Caleb Johns. You know, they might have a pretty good tandem there with those two running backs.
He's a sophomore. It's probably why you weren't familiar with him.
Yeah.
Probably didn't see him up here much last year on the field.
5'10", 200 pounds. He's a load.
Got timeout?
Looks like there's a timeout on the field. Maybe an injury.
Injury, yeah. There you see number 37 for the Highlanders, Matthew Hodges. So, Mike, once again, you said the Eagles needed to keep it on the ground. They've done a good job of that. This looks to be a cramp for Hodges.
They have kept it on the ground. And they got Johns back in, Caleb Johns back into the game with that big run down the left sideline.
Here's the flock. It was a whiteout tonight. Student section here at Milford High School known as the flock.
Yep. I really do like those red uniforms with those white numbers. Those are pretty impressive.
Yeah, sharp, crisp look. Kind of an old school look for both teams, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. Approaching the 6-minute mark here, the third quarter. Milford trailing by 10, trying to cut into that Highlanders lead. Ringland under center. Handoff. Nice cutback.
Touchdown, number 33.
Into the end zone, Cole Miller. He's a freshman, Michael.
Wow. Boy, he had a nice little, he's a freshman, he had fresh legs. I don't think we've called his name tonight. And he just went straight up the middle. Here's a replay. He just lowered his shoulders and went in. Perfect. Milford needed that score. Answered the Oak Hills touchdown coming out of the second half.
Extra point attempt forthcoming. Good snap. Kick is up.
And it's good.
Extra point is good.
Got himself a ball game, Glenn.
Milford got it back manageable. We said they wanted to get it to one possession. They're able to do that.
Got a ball game.
5:51 remaining here in the third quarter. Inclement weather on the way.
It is.
Run all your trick plays while you can, boys and girls. And girls, an appropriate statement tonight since we do have a female on the field.
Yep. Yeah.
Kaylee
extra points for Oak Hill.
Could be Callie, so I apologize to her and her family if that's wrong. Don't get the luxury of those pronunciation guides in high school the way you do in college, you know?
I imagine there's somebody talking to you in your ear how to say the names, right? Or
that.
get pronunciation.
There's that.
You get pronunciations rosters.
All right. Some dancing on the field there. Play some defense here. Want to get this ball back.
Oak Hills back for Oak Hills. It's like I think it's number 9, Ian Schaefer. Ragland to kick off again. See if he can't put it. Last two he's put in the end zone. There's the kick. This one's returnable.
Yeah.
Went right through his hands.
In and out of the hands and into the end zone. Touchback.
Oak Hills will take over at what, they're 25 and 20?
I thought it was the 20 when we saw the touchback down on this end of the field, the left end of the field as you're watching on your monitor.
All right, let's see. That's great answer, that touchdown by the Eagles. It was a nice drive.
And get that back to 3 points. Has to put a little wind in their sails.
And we talked about how Milford needed to go back to the running game, and they surely took advantage of that in that last series. Put the ball in the end zone.
Sometimes you got to wad up the game plan and throw it in the trash and go with what's working, right?
Right.
Thing looks good on paper, but it's got to look good on the turf.
So now Oak Hill, see what they're going to do here. Comes a blitz on the right side by the Eagles.
Holt's going to step away from it.
Away.
Under pressure.
Oh,
pass,
boy.
Nearly.
Wow, that was dangerous.
Risky. Broken up that time by the Eagles.
Stickle.
Number 37, Jackson Stickle, the junior.
I tell you what, Holt has got away with a couple of those tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That was very dangerous.
Agreed.
Here's a replay. You can see he escapes the pressure. He gets out. And then in and out of the hands, almost in the hands of Stickle. Nevertheless, it's 2nd and 10.
Stops the clock at 5:41.
3 wides. Yeah, I'm sorry, Glenn. Go ahead.
You're good. Three to the bottom, one up top, one in the backfield.
Oh.
The monster there. Maybe even Watson might have got their feet tangled. And now Holt's hurt. And Justin Roden holding your breath.
Number 1, Trenton Hodge. Remember, he went out with an injury earlier in the game. He was in on that tackle.
Ginger on the ankle there. Kind of this era of social distancing. You saw Holt reaching a hand out. Nobody grabbed it right away to help him up.
You're on your own, son.
Sorry. Just thought that was.
So he's got to come out for a play.
Yep.
It's going to be 2nd down and about 13. See what happened.
Yeah, just didn't
like
get
maybe
the feet tangled up.
Yeah,
just didn't have good footing there. You wonder, I mean, this isn't college of the pros where you can go in and change your cleats and put a longer cleat on. I mean,
and I would imagine they've got some restrictions on what kind of cleats you can wear on this turf, right?
Sure, yeah. You don't want to get it torn up. It's as expensive as it is to replace.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what the life expectancy of these fields are.
I think it's supposed to be 7 years.
7 years?
But that was a few years ago. Maybe the technology has advanced since then. But I believe at one point it was about 7 years. Obviously, some of the school districts have to stretch it out a little bit longer.
Yeah. There's a receiver screen, incomplete. I wonder if this field, I believe it's got those black pellets in there.
Jackson Schreiber came in to spell Holt, I believe.
Got to be careful because I can tell you from experience, those pellets will pop up and get into your face. And I've had catchers where the pellets have gotten their eyes. You got to be real careful.
Yeah.
Oak Hills is going to have to punt. Nice 3 and out by the defense of Milford.
Milford's come out with a purpose here in the second half.
They're going to get good field position.
Both sides of the ball. Hills tries to shore up the protection over there. Low punt. We're going to get out of it. Peter call probably. It's going to stay and
right at midfield.
Yeah. Thought maybe it went out to 49, but yeah, dead square on midfield. Stay away from it.
Yep. Milford's going to take over. Great field position. 4:57 to go. They're still trailing by 3.
Well, let's see if the ground assault will continue for the Eagles. Or if they maybe want to try to get another score in before the rain gets here, Mike.
Checking again, Glenn. Checking. Second. Should be here. Should be getting a little light sprinkle here in a second. And then it goes into yellow and orange. The good thing about if it rains, we're protected. The bad thing is if it rains, we got to get to our car. Right. You're protected. I'm not.
I'll be soaked by the time I get there. That's okay. Now a little gingerly coming off the field, and that's not a good sign. It's number 8, John Webster.
Well, he's had a heck of a game so far today. Him and Caleb Johns are a heck of a combination.
Got to pay attention to the game clock here. 3, 2, 1. Get it off. Yep, they do just in time.
Watch it.
Bring him back to pass, and he's going to be brought down inside the 45.
There it is. Yep. I'm not sure where this is going. This could be very possibly be offsetting, but if we can get a replay, you might see Ragland. I think he might have.
Did he retaliate for the
I think he retaliated, yeah.
He'll come off. Well, the helmet comes off, so he has to come off.
Yeah.
And coaching staff trying to. They're telling me.
Here's a replay. Let's see what happens here.
Yep. So
I don't think he got face mask.
The defender had him around the helmet.
Yeah, but
I don't think it was intentional.
No.
Then Ringland got up and jawed at him a little bit.
That's going against the defense.
Well, that's interesting. I would have thought offsetting.
I would have thought the same thing, Glenn, to be honest with you, because it looks like. See if we can see here. Let's see. I don't know. Horse collar, maybe?
Well, he didn't release. I think when he rolled with it and still had it locked up with his fingers, maybe that's where it came in. Ringland not happy, and guess can't blame him.
Well, the officials had a much better view at it than we did up here, so. Right call. Milford gets the benefit of the 15-yard penalty. He's got 2nd and short.
And not always get away with that verbal retaliation.
No.
Keep that in mind.
Yep.
Some officials may call that. Ringland back to pass. Has time.
Got him open.
Pump
Got him
fake,
open.
Lets it fly.
Oh, he was open.
Overshot his intended receiver down the near sideline.
Ragland just hasn't been able to connect on that long pass. He's had number 16 open a couple times.
16
Abraham
is
Nye.
Nine.
Nine.
Nine is the way our press box or our PA announcers pronounced it.
He was
earlier.
open. He had a step on the here's a replay. He had a step on him.
Shot him a little bit, maybe a little far and a little too much toward the sideline.
Yeah, that you're right, Glenn. I seen that replay.
Kills staff excited about something over there.
3rd and short.
Ringland, handoff
Ooh.
up the middle.
Ooh.
No kills right there.
I think he got it.
Nothing.
I think he got it.
Oh, they were ready for it. No kills is fired up. And that was a good play. Just to Mike's point, that forward progress.
Oh, it's 4th down. 4th down.
Didn't get there.
Nope.
So 37 on the carry. That's Stickle. 4th and inches. Scrippa's going to roll the dice and go for it.
Quarterback keeper, Glenn.
We'll see if we can get a hard count to draw him off. Yep, Ringland
He got
pushes forward. He's got it that time.
Yep.
So nice job by the big uglies up front, so to speak.
No disrespect to the boys' parents, right?
You're allowed to call them that.
I guess you are. Yeah. They probably would appreciate being called the big uglies.
There you go, look at it. Ringland, yeah, good push.
Yeah.
By his center and guard especially.
Yep.
Nice work there. Fresh set of downs for the Eagles. We're under 3 minutes, obviously.
Looks like a blitz is coming from, yep. Got a little timeout. I think Coach Ripa saw something he didn't like. Not happy over there with somebody.
Well, that's funny.
Looks like he's having a little discussion with Mr. Ragland. Here's a radar.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Columbus right now, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be the remnants of the hurricane, right?
Yeah, I think so. Boy, Mansfield's getting it.
Yeah.
You know from driving up to Northeast Ohio, that's kind of the Bermuda Triangle up there.
Yeah,
You never know what kind of weather you're going to get driving across 30 up there.
You're right.
It's kind of like 35 on, on our end of the state.
Yeah.
Nothing but a big, long wind tunnel to the east and west.
Oh, my gosh.
I've left Cleveland in sunshine and hit what seemed like a blizzard in Mansfield before.
And you would think it'd be the opposite.
Yeah,
the
right.
lake effect snow, right?
Right.
Here comes a blitz.
Oh, boy, did they get that handoff done just in time. First down and
Stickle,
more.
nice run.
Inside the 15.
Well, there was a blitz by number 29 for Oak Hills, Wyatt Ferguson, but Ragland just got rid of that.
Man, another half a second on trying to make that exchange, and that could have been chaos. So Milford,
Good run by Stickle.
Yep.
Oak Hills defense is back on their heels. Milford's big uglies are taking over here, Glenn.
Hey, she chastised me for that. Sorry, I'd said inside the 15, it was inside the 25. But yeah, you're right. The offensive line is really showing up. There's a pitch. Stickle just can't quite get there. He's going to be brought down shy of the 20.
By number 44. That big guy, number 44, Jones, has been all over the field today.
I don't know if you could hear the coaching staff up here, but they weren't happy with that. I don't know if it's because he didn't try to
cut it back, maybe.
Try to cut back or put a juke move on that defender. Okay, Milford trying to get into the red zone. 1:50 remaining in the third quarter. Ringland under center.
Oh, that's a mix-up there.
Yeah, busted play. Ringland's in trouble.
He's big trouble.
Yeah, and he's going to be brought down back.
Something happened there.
So somebody didn't go where they were supposed to go, or Ringland didn't understand the play, one or the other. One of the guys on the field and the coaches know for sure. But sure, look, it was a busted play nonetheless.
Well, here comes Caleb Johns back in the field, or back on the field. Neither him or Webster have been in the game the last couple couple series. Yeah, they've been going with Stickle, a little change of pace. Here's that broken play. By the time Ragland realized what was going on, he had 3 jerseys by him. Third and long.
A bit of a high snap. Here comes the pressure. Ringland dumps it off. Pass is complete. Inside the 20, inside the 10. 5
touchdown!
To the corner. Touchdown! Dragging a defender with him. Number 16, Ibrahima Nyang. Missed him on the right side. He got him on the left, Mike.
Yeah, a little short screen there to the inside screen to the receiver. Some nice moves by Nine. Some bad tackling there by Oak Hills. Great timing between him and Ragland. He broke 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 or 4 tackles on his way to the end zone. Great effort. Finally, Milford gets back on top. 2 straight possessions, 2 straight touchdowns. It's now 28-24 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Wow. Well, Milford did what they needed to do on that time, and boy, did they do it pretty quickly.
You know, the running game is opening up open the passing game for him.
Yeah.
And Milford's doing a lot of different change of paces with different running backs. So we just saw Stickle get a couple carries here on this last drive. Looks like he's keeping Johns and Webster a little fresh. Have those fresh legs toward the end of going into the fourth quarter. 5:15 to go in this quarter. Milford's scored on their last 2 possessions to take a 4-point lead.
I think at 51 and a half, maybe, Mike. I don't think we're back to 5 minutes, are we?
What's that?
Is it 51.5 or is it 5:15? Thought we were down inside the closing minutes of the third quarter.
You know what? It is 51.
Yeah. It's hard to make out the decimal
I don't
point.
see the decimal point in there, yeah. Well,
I
we
thought
just
we were-
lost 5 minutes.
Some of us okay with that.
Uh-oh.
This could be an answer by Oak
Uh-oh.
Hills. What a return inside the Milford 40.
We got a track meet going on here now all of a sudden.
And number 29 for Oak Hills with a brilliant return well into Eagle territory. That's Wyatt Ferguson, the sophomore. I got the number right.
Yeah. You know, the last couple kickoffs, Oak Hills hasn't been able to return them, right?
Right.
Ragland's put him in the end zone. He gets the opportunity to return them, and he goes up the right side.
Yeah, that one was
really
just-
goes untouched until
really.
right about there, about the 45, 50-yard line.
And it, one of the upmen, I think, on that, right?
Yeah.
That's why you had Ferguson, though.
He's looking deep. He's got a receiver open.
Oh, separation.
Oh, he dropped
in
it.
and out of the breadbasket.
Oh, my
at the
gosh.
5-yard line. Holy cow, is he going to want to get that one back?
That was a little wounded duck,
Logan
though. It took a
Ehrman.
while to get there, too. I think the wind might be affecting that throw. Here's a replay. Nice fake. Plenty of time. That should have been a catch.
Yeah, it was a floater, but
Yeah.
boy, it hit him right in the hands.
Yep. Should have been a catch. Milford got away with one there, Glenn.
Clock stopped just under 35 seconds here in quarter number 3. Milford leading by 4. Oak Hills, after the brilliant return, into Eagles territory.
Glenn, you see what's going on out there? Umbrellas are coming up.
Thought you were going to say people were leaving.
No, well, that's going to happen soon, but umbrellas are coming up.
Laura is here, huh?
Yep, Laura is here.
Now we have a cramping Eagle near the 30.
Laura is here.
Unwelcome guest. But thankfully, a much weakened Laura compared to what happened down on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, you remember what was it, like 4, 5, 6 years ago when we had the remnants of, I don't remember which hurricane it was. We were out of electricity for a week.
Yeah, well, that was Hurricane Ike.
Was that Ike?
It's been a lot longer than 5 years.
Oh, has it been?
Yeah, that was Ike. That derecho, right? Isn't that what they call it?
Yes.
Like what they just had up in Iowa and
Yeah.
Illinois last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were one of the fortunate ones. We were without for about 8 hours. But some folks, to your case, a week, 2 weeks.
I was out a week.
Can't imagine. That time of year. We were at a Bengals game that day. It was on a Sunday.
Yeah, I know it was. I was watching the game, and all of a sudden I look out my window in my basement and I see this big branch falling down, taking the wires out. And next thing you know, a week later, I'm waiting to get my electricity hooked back up. It was fun for a while, 2 or 3 days. Everybody's out in the neighborhood cooking on gas grills.
Yeah.
Nobody's showering, and all of a sudden it became like, this is a little. I want my electricity back.
It's kind of fun showering. I never thought I'd hear those two words together, buddy.
Well, everybody's out eating, having
I
a
know
couple
what you-
beverages, and
I got you.
you know, having candlelight. But it was a bad time of the year. It was hot too.
And I think every neighborhood and every house in our neighborhood, but ours and one other, got a new roof out of that storm.
Really?
We didn't get enough damage. That's just the odd thing about those windstorms. The house is right next to us. Roofs were destroyed.
Yeah, that was number 36 for Milford. Who is that? That's Luke Lewis.
By the way, despite the pandemic, we want you to come out and help, whether it's learn how to run the truck, operate a camera, maybe get up here in the booth with Mike and I and attempt to keep us in line. Reach out to Jason at ICRC-TV.com. Jason at ICRC-TV.com.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Milford makes the most of their opportunities in quarter number 3 and goes back in front by 4. We've got 12 minutes of game time left. The rain is here. The wind is picked up. The flag is pretty stiff, I think it's fair to say, blowing to the south.
Yep.
Gives you an idea about some of the leftover circulation in that storm, right?
Yep. So Milford's owned the first quarter and the third quarter.
Yep.
Oak Hill's owned the second. Let's see what happens here to finish out the game. Oak Hills is going to have the ball.
I think that is the south. Never mind. It's backed up.
West, east.
Northeast, that's west or south, yeah.
Thank you.
Second grade geography is failing me all these years later. Right?
You're all right.
I was trying to think it's not east going that way, or north going that way. Anyway.
Yep, so let's total yards. Wow, Milford took that back over. 41 plays for 308 yards to 45, 200 for 208 for Oak Hills.
Take a look at our Cablecast TV replay schedule for our Spectrum and Optics subscribers. Again, thank you to those of you who paid to tune in and watch us live in NHD tonight. If you're watching us on replay, we appreciate you finding us at ICRC-TV.com. We're on our YouTube channel, I suppose. Not exactly sure if it's going to be there. There you can hear the wind in our microphones now. Holt, again, a little bit of a high snap. He pulls it down and gets the ball inside the 20. And now we got an Eagle hobbling down there near the 5.
Looks like number 16, he's going to be all right.
It's Noah Early. Was that 16? Okay, I thought it was 18.
Maybe it is 18.
You want to see Noah Early.
He's coming out now. Yeah, he's hobbling a little bit more now than he was before.
Keep him in there. I'd love to know what's going on in that turf tonight. Between what we saw with Holt earlier and a couple of the slips and slides, and Early was all by himself there.
1st and 10 for Oak Hill, about the 18-yard line of Milford.
Holt
Gotta
in
get rid
some
of it.
trouble.
Oh, nice play.
Nowhere to go.
Caleb John on the tackle.
Yep, nice work by Caleb. So a little bit of adversity now for Oak Hills, despite very good field position.
Looks like Caleb John is really, in this game, is focusing more on the defensive side of the ball than he is on the offensive side. Through 3 quarters, he's only carried the ball 3 times, but he's been very efficient, Glenn. He's got 60 yards in those 3 carries.
Yep.
Webster's has 10 for 49. So he's been the workhorse today for the Eagles. On the flip side, it's been Holt. Not rising.
Yep, and going nowhere again. Guess who that again? Cam Zermowski. 99. Different celebration there. Can't help myself. Still a dad.
I know. Pretend like you've been there, right? Well, these last 2 plays for Oak Hills have gone backwards. And now, let's see, where's the wind? Are they kicking into the wind? Can't really tell.
Wind's going to be coming from across the field.
Yeah, across the field. That's right. There's the flag.
So you'd have a left to right wind as you're looking at the goalpost.
Very possibly could be 2 down territory.
You hit a 48-yarder in that crosswind, there's going to be some coaches calling from.
Yeah, he's got to get rid of it. He does. Incomplete.
Good job of getting rid of it in the face of the pressure, but he might have had to get rid of that one before he wanted to.
Yeah, that was intended for Matthew Martin. Good pressure, again, by that defensive line for Milford. Here's a replay. You can see Holt is back. He had 3 guys in his face. It looks like his arm might have got a hit there as well. They're trying to field goal, Glenn.
So 3-step. Okay. 3-step drop by design.
Same distance as the one he made earlier.
Like I said, man, if you can hit that with this crosswind, boy, that's an accomplishment. See if he can to tie it up.
He got plenty of leg, Glenn.
Plenty of leg.
Oh,
no
just
good.
to the left.
So maybe adjusted his windage a little bit too far to the left, but nonetheless, what a powerful leg by that young man.
He didn't miss by much, Glenn. I mean,
Oh,
really,
to the
not by
right.
much.
Yeah, to the right.
To the right, yeah, I'm sorry, right.
So maybe that wind could have played a factor because it's blowing from left to right as you looked at that shot, so it could have got up there and the wind just
He had
hooked
plenty
it a
of
little
leg.
bit. Not enough windage, perhaps.
He had plenty of leg to get it there.
Yeah, great effort, man. What a powerful leg. I mean, to have a kicker on your high school team that you can give him a realistic shot at 48 yards.
Yeah.
That's saying something.
Yeah, it is saying something.
And this crazy season where Harbin points are non-existent, you just need to decide to get into the playoffs. Stranger things have happened.
Yep.
Right? Milford's going to keep it on the ground.
There's Caleb Johns, nice.
Milford just wants to chew clock and get out of here.
But you know what? He's in there. He's in now the 4th quarter. Maybe that's exactly what they were doing, Glenn, keeping him fresh.
Well, you got to be impressed with the options they've got
right.
offensively. They beat Milford.
Yeah, they got Webster and Johns and then Stickle.
Yeah. I mean, second quarter wasn't the greatest offensive performance, right? But boy, they really picked it up back in the 3rd and so far here in the 4th.
Yeah.
So they've got some fresh legs they can put in at times, and that's what you want in a close game like this, where you can wear your opponent down and deny them through the clock. Fake. Ringland's going to dump it out
to Webster
into the flat.
Got a little.
And we're going to have a scrum. It's not going to go very far.
He tried spin move out of that, and he just spin moved back into the defenders. So that didn't work as well as that one spin move he had down there to get close to the goal line.
Good effort.
Nevertheless, he lost 2 yards. Clock continues to run. Milford's not in any really particular hurry right now.
Yeah, touched on that earlier. And understand why at this juncture of the game with a 4-point lead, 9 minutes, less than 9 minutes to go.
There's a reverse.
Yep. Nice run midfield and forced out of bounds at the 45. Caleb Johns again.
We saw that play earlier in the game, and it worked then, and it worked now as well.
Yep.
That little short reverse. Here's a replay. Yeah, we've seen that little short inside reverse.
Well, Oak Hill sniffed it out. They just couldn't make the stop,
Yeah,
Mike.
right.
They were right there to make the play. Nice stiff arm. Gives them another 5 yards or thereabouts.
Yeah, no.
1st and 10 in Highlander territory. 2 up top, 2 to the bottom. Ringland was looking left, now looks right, dumps it off, but
inside receiver screen went nowhere. Oak Hill snipped that one out.
Yeah, a couple of white shirts in the way there. That's not the way he wanted to go, obviously. So, to your point, Oak Hills did a great job of knowing what was probably coming there.
What we got going on here? A little substitution, number 33 in the game for Milford. Cole Miller. Looks like Caleb Johns is coming off, getting a little breather.
Miller had to touch on earlier.
Yeah.
He's a freshman.
Yeah. Okay, we did call it. That's right.
Yep. Had to
that little inside one. Yeah, right between the tackles.
Now more whistles. Goodness, are we tired of hearing whistles tonight? Probably we didn't see lightning. Teams are going to the sidelines. Is this weather?
I don't know.
It's got to be. I mean, why would you send the team to the sidelines? That's somebody called timeout. We didn't get that indication. The coaches missed the timeout call too, so if that's what it is, we're not the only ones that missed it, Mike.
Looks like they're calling an official over there.
Well, guess we're going to say it's a timeout.
I mean, really, it's an
Oak
Oak
Hills
Hills timeout. Okay, I was going to say, because it's we got some umbrellas up, but it doesn't really. I'm looking up here at the lights. It doesn't look like there's any rain really coming down.
So that'll be Oak Hill's second time out. They took one, as you remember, just starting into the third quarter, Mike.
Yep.
Yeah, you can really get the wind now coming through our window and into our microphones, and there you see the flag.
Dean, do you want us to close those windows, or are we good with that?
We're okay till it starts raining bad.
What we're doing here right there.
Long time out.
Fixing, looks like you might be fixing the field there for a second.
Oh, okay. There, now that's a good shot of how hard the rain's coming down. Can really pick it up in that shot.
Oh yeah, there you can.
Yeah, maybe we had blood on the field or
yeah,
some,
could be. Yeah. Okay,
some,
here we go.
Other sort of bodily fluid.
I just hope it's blood.
Well, mucus or something. Got to be extra careful these days, right?
Yeah, that's true. Second 11 for the Eagles. It's quiet.
Okay. For England.
He's
fake
looking,
handoff.
He's got him
all
open.
kinds of
Got
time.
him open.
He's got the arm, got the receiver, but he underthrew him. Intercepted at the 12-yard line, maybe the 13.
That ball just hung up there, Glenn. It hung up there. You know, you're thrown into the stiff wind. We saw it earlier with Holt, right?
Yeah.
When he tried to throw it up, it was like a wounded duck.
Well, and
here's a replay. This
at
play took
play
a long
fake.
time to develop.
Got the arm. Just, yeah, I think it hung up there in the wind, perhaps.
Yeah, I guess.
Couldn't quite get the number.
So Oak Hills takes over on the turnover right around the 12-yard line.
29?
Yeah, 29.
29 for Oak Hills is Wyatt Ferguson, the sophomore.
So clock, I mean, there's 7:53 left to go in the game. Oak Hills might have maybe one more possession after this.
Okay. Number 9 from Oak Hills, that's Ian Schaefer. Not a whole lot happening there for Oak Hills on that play as they go backwards.
You know, that wasn't going to go anywhere because he's on the short side of the field, and he had three defenders over there. I think it was one of those things, which is the worst of two evils, right?
Yeah, right.
Get thrown for a loss or thrown incomplete pass. So give Holt credit. He did the yards.
Right. Don't see him actually huddle up much these days in the spread offense. So that's something.
Yeah. 3 wide to the left for Oak Hills. Here comes Milford. They're blitzing.
Wind has picked up noticeably. Pass.
Oh, boy, that's a floater.
Into the wind. He's throwing it into the wind.
There's a penalty.
What? Yeah, hit him too late.
I don't know. I couldn't see. I was kind of watching. Here's a replay.
Holt's
Let's see.
Got a cramp. He's slow to get up, so we're going to get a
I couldn't tell.
stoppage.
Let's see what that is.
It's cramp. They're stretching out his left leg, I think. We got an eagle down. Never seen a knee. That's number 99, whose name we've called a lot tonight, as you know.
Yeah.
Zaromsky.
Yep.
So we're getting some cramps stretched out, a penalty flag, and hurricane blowing in.
Yeah, it's a heck of a combination. I don't know which is worse.
Like a country song.
Don't start singing, Glenn.
I promise.
Please.
That may not happen anytime soon.
Unless you're at a karaoke bar, right?
I've never done karaoke.
Really?
Never.
Oh.
I'll put on a headset and talk till I'm blue in the face, but I won't sing.
You won't sing? I think you could do it, Glenn. What's going on here? It looks like a penalty's going against Milford.
Well, I thought maybe they'd hit the quarterback late.
Maybe that's what it was.
What I thought, because the flag was thrown right where Holt was
That's
lying
what it
on
was.
the ground.
That's what it was, and it gives them a first down.
Yeah.
So
gets them out of the shadow of their own end zone.
Yeah.
As the saying goes.
They were very fortunate. There's
nice run. Big hole up the middle. Brought down near the 45. So Oak Hills able to capitalize.
And they're hurrying up.
Watson.
They're going to hurry up offense, too.
Yeah, huddle
trying
before.
to keep Milford from substituting.
Yeah, that was Watson. Sorry to step on you there, Mike.
That's all right.
Going to go right back to him. Milford's ready for it this time. Want to go to the well so many times.
Yeah. Plus, you know, he just made a really tough run. Legs might not have been real fresh there. But good defense by Milford. Held him for just about a yard. That we've called that interior line. I don't think we've called number 99 tonight. Let's give him a little props. Oh, yeah, we have. I'm talking 92.
Oh, okay.
I don't have him on here.
All these kids switch jerseys after the rosters have been submitted.
Oh, you're right. That's right. They had to reduce the second and long.
Handoff. Not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
Eagles defense is stiffening up here. Number 15 on the tackle. Smith, Jacob Smith.
Kills is going to be third and about 7. Third and longer than they'd like, but definitely manageable.
Tell you what, Oak Hills, they're not quitting. They're battling. It's a good sign for this team.
Yeah,
because they know they got some tough games ahead of them.
Gets back to touched on a few times. His coaching staff trying to instill that toughness, mental discipline. Pass across the middle, risky and broken up.
Nice defensive play there.
23 for the Eagles, and we called that name a lot tonight. Taj Prince.
That was a nice play.
Or Price, excuse me.
Fourth and 8. I think you got to punt it away here, Glenn. You got to punt it.
No. The only risk with punting is getting it up in the air, and the wind is picked up, as you can hear.
Oh yeah, right.
The flag is blowing pretty hard over by the concession stand. Be from the top to the bottom of your monitor, so you're only concerned with punting, but from a field position standpoint, yeah, you don't want to give Milford a less than 50-yard offensive field.
Yeah, nice. He got it down.
And
Stickle.
Fielded at the 20. Stickle's going to bounce to his right.
All right.
So I guess that's a good thing with these rugby-style punters. It's a little bit of a lower punt
than
the high hangers out of a traditional American-style football punter.
That's right. Keep that ball down, so you're obviously going to get a little more yardage that way.
Especially fighting the atmospheric conditions.
So Oak Hills defense has got to tighten up. 6:04 to go in the game. Milford's up 4, 28-24. Eagles I think you're gonna see a little bit of. He's in there. Webster's back in.
I think you're gonna see a lot of running, a lot of not getting to the line very quick.
Caleb Johns, I see him down here on the bench, so he's keeping those legs fresh. There's a nice play, Webster.
Big hole up the middle. He's gonna get a block on his right. Jukes a little bit and going to be forced out of bounds shy of midfield.
I really like his style, Glenn.
Yes.
I mean, he's just, he's only 5'10". He's 5'10", 200 pounds, but man, he squares those. Here's a replay. The only thing I want to see him do a little bit better job is to tuck that ball away a little bit. Somebody comes up from behind him, knock that ball out.
Yeah.
When he's getting ready, he's got to tighten that up some.
Yeah, he's tough. He's a load to bring down, that's for sure. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, under 6 minutes.
A lot of playing time as a sophomore, too.
Come on. There we go. Sorry, I was talking to the monitor, not the team.
Short gain.
Yeah. Webster gets a carry again. Not a whole lot there that time, so it seems to be that you get a big run and then not a whole lot there.
Yeah.
And then you got to reach into the bag of tricks a little bit, right?
Well, this is it's crunch time for both teams.
Yes.
Another
close game.
See, they both got 2 timeouts left, but a couple more first downs by Milford. It's going to force Oak Hills and start using those timeouts.
Well, they've used 2. So I guess we have 2 on the scoreboard. Say 2. Okay, missed. Thought we'd call 2. Maybe that second one was that field issue.
Yeah, that was a field, or whatever they were cleaning up out there. Yeah. Nevertheless, negative play. Nice stand there by the Oak Hills defense through the runner back for about a 4-yard loss.
The only good thing out of that, keeps the clock.
Yeah.
3rd and 15 for Milford. Big loss there.
Well, we saw in the last, you know, when Ragland tried throwing that ball, got it a little higher, how the wind knocked it down. You got to believe that maybe if they're gonna do a throw, it might be one of those short, wide receiver screens or something like that, versus trying to go deep downfield.
Throw a short dart.
Well, so much for that.
So much for that. Yeah. Overshot his intended receiver down the left side, and again, wind's blowing from up to the bottom, so it could have got up there and been forced out by the wind a little bit. But
well, the sideline is a good defender too, right?
And there you go, 12th man.
Yep.
Unless you're in Seattle.
Yeah, 13. So Milford's going to have to punt. So Oak Hills is going to give their offense another opportunity with some pretty decent field position.
Yes. Yeah, the turn man standing at their own 25. Ball will be punted foul Milford's own 30.
Nice punt.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice directional punt, a nice roll, and it'll drop dead.
Got the 8-yard line.
8-yard line. So that worked.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better punt. We've seen Ragland try to get it up in the air, and he did a little soccer style one there, Glenn.
Yeah. Well, it worked. Do want to take a moment to recognize our crew tonight as they scroll across our score graphic. Executive producer Jason Dudley, our producer and director Dean Lowry. I'm not going to stick around here long. Of course, Mike and myself. At least it's not Greg. Camera operator Steve Benton. Thanks to these guys for setting up in the heat and the rain. Steve Stewart, Eric Johan. That's why I should have known Eric was here. Cameron 4. Drew Lowry in the truck. Dean handling the graphics as well. Thanks again to our communities, and thank you to Milford Schools for hosting us.
Absolutely.
Tonight, obviously, we want our crew to get our production struck down pretty quickly here, so I don't imagine we'll be
you can see the
sticking
rain
around long after the game.
Well, Glenn, we didn't see, but they had a missed snap there, and Holt had to fall on the ball. It's right about the 1-yard line.
So, yeah, bad to worse for Oak Hills. Makes their life even tougher. Holt in the end zone, scrambling to his left.
Got it.
Pass will be complete out across the 15 to about the 17-yard line.
Still going to be about 2 yards short. Maybe 3. So that surely helped them get out from, about their goal line. So now they're going to have to, obviously, clock is becoming an issue. Got about 3 minutes to go in the game.
4-point game, though. You need a couple big plays,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's true.
Plenty of time. Not time to panic yet. But
here comes a blitz.
Holt nowhere to go. The blitz worked. He's down inside the 10. Now that hurts.
That really hurts.
I think you really needed to get a positive play there, Mike.
Oh, yeah, it's 4th down now, yeah.
That hurts a lot.
Here's a replay. Right in on him, very quick defense. That's number 87. Called his name a couple times. That's Mickler. He's had a really, really good game on the defensive side.
So it's 4th and 9. Going to put it in the air here?
Well, you have to.
High snap. Again, Holt looks
He's
left
going deep.
all the way.
Nice play.
One-on-one coverage.
Knocked it down.
And it was deflected away by the Eagles. So Milford will take over with 2:16 to go and superb field position.
Absolutely.
Boy, that was a good play, though, by Oak Hills.
That was a good play.
They had the play.
It took a really good defensive effort there in order to knock that ball away from the receiver. Here's a replay, Glenn. Watch on the left side of your screen.
I don't think the high snap had a whole lot to do with it. I just think it was good coverage.
Yeah, it was very good coverage.
So Milford, the 4-point lead, the football deep in Highlander territory, has to like their chances at this point.
Yeah, I think Milford's going to... Oh, they do have 2 timeouts, Glenn.
Yeah. So if everything holds as planned, we're scheduled to bring you 3 Milford games this year. This is the first of 3 home contests.
Nice run
Next
by
week,
Webster.
Milford is at Turpin. Then they'll host Loveland on the 11th, Whitman Woods on the 18th. And they go to Little Miami and to Anderson to finish off the season before the playoffs begin, October 9th.
Wow, it's going to be here before you know it, isn't it?
Give an eye, partner. We'll be wearing orange and talking about jack-o'-lanterns when the playoffs start instead of Thanksgiving.
Eat some Halloween candy.
Yeah.
Just what I don't need.
I think you're okay.
Webster.
Yeah. Oh, it's that old ankle tackle again.
Yep. Yep. Clock continues. I think Oak Hill's called timeout.
Yeah, you have to there.
Well, Glenn, it's I think as you look at this, Milford went through a little bit of adversity there in that second quarter, and came through, had a great third quarter, scored those two possession touchdowns.
Yeah, I think it's very fair to say that they responded well in the third quarter after halftime.
Yep. You see, they're Turpin next weekend, or Turpin playing Turpin, right?
At Turpin.
At
yeah.
Turpin.
Defending ECC champ.
Ooh.
Guy I shared the booth with one time out there. Their head coach did a playoff game with him for Mount Healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Kent McCulloch. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fun time a few years back. Up in Dayton. Told
It's
head
a nice
coach Harvey Crouch we needed some announcers, and he brought us 3. He brought half the SWAC with him. That was fun times. He just lined those coaches up and let them go, man. J.D. Vonderheide, who was at Talawanda at the time. Can't remember if Nate Mahan was up there or not, who would have been at Little Miami at that point. He's now back at his alma mater, Hamilton, the Big Blue.
Somebody's getting excited out there, bouncing around on the stands, right?
It's the most noise we've heard out of the bleachers tonight.
Shaking our booth up here.
Honestly, nice tight formation for the Eagles.
You got to run the. Ooh, he almost moved. He did move.
He did move.
He flinched. I wasn't sure if the officials were going to call that.
It's the old Dave Lapham, hold your water play, right? Don't move. Don't move. Oh, he moved.
So, when Milford needed to move the ball, they went back to their bread and butter.
Yeah. Well, we touched on it a few minutes ago. So sorry to be repetitive, but they do have the offensive weapons. They've got a good offensive line. They've got a good defensive line. They've got the tools to be successful. Ringland, just a versatile athlete, throwing the ball, kicking the ball, running the ball, obviously. Can catch it if need be.
And the coming out for Mr. Webster.
Yep. Man in motion, a little bit of a high snap. Ringland corrals it. He's going to get caught up with the pressure and the wet turf, and he's going to be brought down back across the 20, about the 23.
So that's the last time out for Oak Hills.
He's shaken up. See, that's Ringland down, right?
Yeah, it is Ringland down.
Don't want to see that.
No, not this late in the game. So have you, what's going on in Iowa tonight?
Ankney was down big.
Uh-oh. To their crosstown rivalry?
Yeah, well, intra-district rivalry, I guess.
Boy.
28-6 at the half.
Oh, boy.
It's a fumble, scoop, and score, and it's been kind of quiet on the Jags front.
Oh, boy. Those farm boys out there in Iowa be baling hay tomorrow.
Well, I tell you, since we've got a few moments here, just never been to Iowa before. I drove through one time years ago when I was in the Army, but didn't stop. So I actually spent 3 days in Iowa moving my son David out. And those of you may know there was the windstorm, the derecho, that rolled through that part of the country. And obviously Iowa known for corn, just the devastation on the farms.
Oh,
out
my
there.
God,
It's
yeah.
unreal. It looks like someone took a bulldozer and just
No kidding.
Just kind of took some not really pattern, through the fields. It was this way and then it would go that way, kind of a curvy zigzag, if that makes sense. Just absolute devastation for those farmers out there. And then the equipment, the silos and all those sorts of things that you see on a farm. The school where my son is interning at this year, their baseball stadium, the scoreboard was split in half.
Wow.
Nothing hit it, just the force of the wind, and then the supports being in the ground, it just split it right down the middle. That's not overly thick metal, but that's still some
but
pretty
still, right,
powerful
right.
force.
Right.
the town where he's living, just a lot of trees and limbs down. A lot of roofs will need to be replaced there. Just the amount of brush that was bundled up outside the road for the city to come pick up. It's just.
So was that how long, Glenn? How long of a period of time did it?
It was the week before they.
But I mean, was it a day? A full?
Yeah, just a storm rolled through for a day, and it had weakened by the time we got here. It got here, in our area in Cincinnati. I think Owensville had some downed trees. Trainers still tending to the down athlete out between the 20 and the 25. By the way,
it's Raglan.
It's finally back up. That's a good sight.
Yeah, I suggest you probably put him out of the game for the rest of the game.
Holding his head.
Yeah, you don't want him anything happen to your number one player on offense.
You got a 4-point lead. The clock's on your side. And You and I both know the concussion protocols that are in place in youth sports right now, even professional sports for that matter.
Yeah.
So, Oak Hills will
use their last timeout with the 1:20 to go in the game.
Everyone will take a seat and talked with by the trainers.
Rightfully so.
Provided by Mercy Health. Dr. Frank Knowles, team physician and trainers here, of course, do an outstanding job at Milford High School.
I guess
Sarah
school.
Kleinfelter and Chris Cole, those trainers. Sorry, go ahead.
School starts on Monday here at Milford, right?
Kind of a last-minute delay, I think it's fair to say, last Friday.
Yeah, they delayed it a week, yeah.
To the 31st, and thankfully Claremont County moved off of the red county list that the governor is using now.
Yeah.
So I think that may have had something to do with it. Going to be a
fourth down
school year for sure.
Yep, 4th and
25.
What do you?
Wide snap, pass, left corner, overshot.
That's interesting. That's a very interesting play. Why would you not run the ball, take more time off? I guess there's a change of possession. Clock stops anyway, correct? So Oak Hills has got 1:15 to see if they can move the ball downfield. No timeouts. It's a tall order.
It's only 4 points. Only 4.
Boy, it just goes to show you how big that missed field goal down here was, right?
Yeah. Well, again, he had the leg, just that crosswind.
Yeah,
and
right.
then the wind persists coming from the top to the bottom of your monitor as you get the shot from up top.
Well, imagine Milford might put somebody deep, but they're not going to put somebody back deep there. They're going to stay with their set.
Oh, deflected. Wow. What a great time for a deflection, Mike.
I didn't see that. I was watching to see if the ball was going downfield. That's number 1, right?
Trenton Hodge.
Yeah.
Jumped up and smacked it down.
Oh yeah, he had some hops there. 2nd down and 10. It only took 2 seconds off the clock there.
Again, kind of makes you wonder on that.
Now Milford's got a defensive back playing about 20, 25 yards back.
See that pressure coming. You think you might want to check that. Ooh, is that going to be nope, no flag.
That was just a good football play. He didn't need to yell at him. They'll flag on taunting like that.
Usually. Clock stopped at 1:09.
Feel like
9:40, 2 hours and 40 minutes, counting halftime. And
I feel like this is college basketball. The last 2 minutes taking 45 minutes to play.
Good observation, especially in March Madness, which we obviously didn't have this year.
Right.
Holt,
He's
looking
going
left.
Oh my God! Oh my gosh!
Boy, that could have
Are
been
you kidding me?
That could have been a game changer.
Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh!
He had nothing but momentum on his
He
side.
had nothing.
Good
There was
load and
nobody.
He was in stride. Had he
Oh
caught
my
it.
gosh! That very possibly could have been 7. They know it too. Oh, he's got to be sick to his stomach. Number 8.
All kinds of time.
Here it is, right there, Glenn. Look. Oh, we missed it. Yeah, he probably would have got tackled.
be in a lot better field position than you have right now.
These guys better hurry up. They're going to delay a game.
4, 3, 2, 1. Gets it off. Holt hit as he throws.
That'll be it.
That was 4th down, so Milford will survive. A valiant effort by Oak Hills.
I think the key word is survive.
Yes.
Glenn. Oak Hills has got nothing to be ashamed of. They fought this entire game. And quite honestly, here's a replay. Holt really played a heck of a game tonight. Extra great effort. Milford just had a little bit more than Oak Hills did tonight.
Yep.
And we'll come away with a victory. I'm assuming we'll be taking some knees here, rightfully so.
And there will not be a post-game handshake.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Take a knee. We'll have 2 plays here and be it.
Milford will start the season. All signs are pointing to in the win column. 1 of 6 they have to play this year. If everyone stays healthy.
Yep.
And Mike,
well, Glenn,
our
yeah.
families have been healthy, and we
Yep.
hope our viewers, you and your families and loved ones have been healthy too, and hopefully we can all get through this pandemic and maybe we'll get some normalcy next spring. Fingers crossed for advances in medical technology by then, huh?
Absolutely.
Or our bodies develop some immunity or something.
There's a lot of smart people working on this.
Victory formation
That'd be
for
it.
the Eagles, and that will do it. Your final score, Milford 28, Oak Hills 24. A valiant effort by both teams. Boy, keep an eye out on Justin Roden and the Highlanders.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to make some noise this
They
year.
are. They are.
Give some people some fits.
They are. That was a great effort by Oak Hills. Give credit to Milford for repeating ourselves, but they bounced back through some adversity. Through, quite honestly, a pretty bad second quarter, and they ended up dominating the other 3 quarters, and they come away with the victory, 28-24.
Eagles will move to 1-0. Oak Hills falls to 0-1. Tom Grippa now 21-13 in his 4th year at Milford. Will move to 196 and 112 in 29 years of coaching
Quite
high school
impressive.
football. So, great job by the coaching staff, the administrators of both programs to keep these players healthy. See some of our highlights. You saw the 48-yard field goal by Chad Smith again. Do want to thank our crew. Mentioned them numerous times.
Absolutely.
For surviving the heat, humidity, and the rain. Thanks again to our communities for making this broadcast possible. To Milford Athletics for hosting us. Stay healthy, everyone. We'd like to get the rest of these 6 regular season games or 5 regular season games in with you and on to the playoffs. Milford ends with 304 offensive yards. Oak Hills 227. You can follow me at Glenn Cincy Preps on Twitter. I'll send out a picture of the final stat sheet for you to peruse in much more detail. For Jason Dudley, Dean Lowry, my partner Mike Orienti, I'm Glenn Olson. You've been watching Friday Night Football on ICRC-TV.
Good night.